Good morning, sir. There he is. Oh, another day in paradise. Make sure I still. Yeah, I'm already streaming. I'm already live.
And my Discord. Spotify.
Oh yeah, I should probably kill out my music too, huh?
I've just killed mine. Hopefully that's all worked. I need to turn that off. And hopefully all of you, oh God, all of you lovely people can hear me. All of you lovely, lovely people in chat. There we are. I've just killed.
I was like, I can hear you, but
I've just killed it all. But as per always, there's a delay. It looks like I'm coming through on the old television. Are you coming through, Eddie?
Yeah, even I hear you in the background. I don't know, am I?
Let's have a little look.
I don't have anybody in my chat, so nobody's answering that question for me.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. As I say all the time, guys, it's a very professional channel. We set up on the go. Oh, there we are. I can hear Eddie. Lovely jubbly. I can hear Eddie. So, on that note, guys, just before I jump into chat box, a very good evening to everyone, and a massive thank you to everyone who's piled into the chat box already to say their hellos. I will get round to saying hello to everyone individually in just a moment, or maybe you've already been in there with a question, perhaps. But before we do, I've said hello. Eddie, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, another day in paradise. How are you doing today, sir?
I am very, very well. So if you haven't noticed already, I am co-streaming alongside the usual suspect, that is Eddie. He is also streaming tonight, did you say? Is that right?
I am, sir. I'll be around for about 2 hours or so.
Cool. So if anyone fancies heading over to Eddie's stream at some point this evening and showing him the same love and support that I've become used to, he will pop a cheeky little link in the chat box shortly so that you can go over there and do all of the usual bits and bobs, which is like, subscribe, and just show him the same love and support that you guys have all shown me. So at some point, expect a cheeky little link to pop up in the chat box so you guys can check that out. And whilst Eddie no doubt does that, I am going to scroll back to the very top of chat and get my hellos into everyone, whilst Bo absolutely batters my arm. For yous that can see, she is going absolutely wild on my arm right now. So, okie dokie. So we have a very good evening to Skull Sorcerer, Cobalt. How are you both doing? I hope you're both well. Both of you first in the chat at 6 minutes past 8, followed by Rambler, who says third. We have Lappy, Coffee and Hobby also. More of the same. We have MC11P. Good evening to you, sir. How are you doing? We have Grease Piece as well. So quite a few heading over from Dark Pack Gaming. So thank you very much for hopping over from that side and showing your support as well. Some of the guys that are sort of coming over from Dark Pack Gaming also have various different social channels, from Instagram to YouTube to God knows what else. So I'm happy to support you guys as well. If you guys need some support, want some support. We also have Darkside Diaz that says good evening too. So I think that's pretty much everyone. And Wilson as well. Sorry, I nearly forgot you there, Wilson. Apologies, my friend. I think that's everyone. So good evening to Darkside Diaz and good evening to Wilson also. I think that's good evening and hello to everyone in my chat. Eddie, anything on your side?
No, you are entirely more thorough than I am.
Lovely jubbly. There we go. And Eddie has now posted his link in the chat box. So as I say, if any of you guys are feeling generous and kind. Feel free to pop over to his channel, subscribe, drop him a like, show him some love and support as you always have done with myself. So, okay, this evening, what are we going to be doing, I hear you ask? So, we're still working on the Armageddon box set. For those of you that regularly watch the channel, you'll know that I'm an incredibly slow painter. Mostly my own fault because I interact with chat just as much as I paint. So yeah, I'm quite slow intentionally, I suppose, in wanting to interact with this community. But for those eagle-eyed viewers, we've got 3 orcs here on the table in my brand new setup, may I add. One of which is practically done. We've just got the banner to do. We've got the war boss that we started last week. We've got most of the base colours down, but not all of them. And then we've got a primed one here as well. And the idea today is a combination of a couple of things. Firstly, I'm looking to get down as many base colours as I possibly can on these orcs. And then Eddie has kindly offered to teach me how to do some layering and glazing in the few hours that he has available this evening. So maybe you guys can watch and learn along the way whilst we get those base colours, the layering and the glazing done. I think that's about right, isn't it, Eddie?
Yes, you nailed it, sir. Also, good morning, Rambler. She popped over into mine.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, I'm glad there are some people who are showing their support over on your channel too. So a quick question for you all though. I'll go back through chat in just a second just to make sure I haven't missed any questions that you guys may have asked. But a question to you. I'm going to be painting orcs this evening. What are you guys doing this evening? Are you playing some video games with the stream on in the background? Are you assembling some new minis that you've got your hands on? Maybe a pre-order from recently? Perhaps you are painting up some minis, finishing something off, starting a new army. Let me know in the chat, guys. What are you up to this evening? Apex, how we doing, my friend? Coming over from Slave Stream. Nice. Just subbed your friend. Oh, nice. Thank you, Grease Piece. That's really kind of you. It looks like you've got a few people coming over. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I'm just having a little look a second, guys, just to make sure there aren't any questions that I've missed. I do apologise if I have missed any of your questions. So, okay. Another question for you guys before we get started as well. Hopefully most of you guys know, some of you may not, and you're more than welcome to join if you don't know, because the competition runs until September 10th. But we're currently running a Space Marine, or should I say Homebrew Space Marine, painting competition at the moment over on the Discord. Discord is absolutely free to join. Competition's also absolutely free to join as well. So if you fancy getting involved in that, all the details are over on the Discord. And for those of you that are already knee-deep in the competition, let me know how you're getting on. Let me know how you're getting on in the chat. Okie dokie. Right, what am I going to do this evening? What am I going to do this evening? What have we got here? So...
Hey, Apex. Thanks for coming on over. You can call me Eddie. That's the easiest way that everybody refers to me as.
Oh, God.
What did you do? What did you break now?
No, just my dog biting my arm.
Oh, that's because she knows. She knows it's time.
She knows. She just scratched my mouse and took it away from the screen, which is always fun. Right, Bo, no.
So while he gets his dog situated, I'm continuing work on the Bliss Barb Archers. We finished up pretty much the skin yesterday. I spent about 15-20 minutes just hitting them with the airbrush last night just to blend everything out. So right now I am working on the cloth because that is the next lowest layer, which is why I'm putting down all these wonderful blues.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so a couple last things to mention before we get cracking this evening. First and foremost, with regards to the painting competition, at the bottom of your screens, you will see that there is a members goal at the moment. We currently sit at 14 members. If we manage to get to 20 members, by September 10th, which is the day that the painting competition finishes and we begin judging. If we do get to 20 members, I will increase the prize voucher from £30 to £40, and I will be gifting a membership at some point during today's stream to help contribute towards that members goal. So if you're not already a member, make sure you have gifted memberships enabled, and if you don't have them enabled and don't know how to enable them, just ask and I'll be more than happy to explain how you can do that. And finally, I have set a super chat goal as well. If you do want to give a certain someone a word beginning with T, if I say it out loud, she'll go even crazier than she already is. But also, we will look to drop a Space King reaction video tomorrow evening. So it's over to you guys, really. We've got a membership goal, and we also have a super chat goal as well. So over to you guys on whether or not there's anything more you want me to do to help this amazing community out even more than we do already. So Bernard, good evening, my friend. Thank you very much for coming along and showing your support. I've just seen you pop into the chat there. Right, I think...
Morning, Lap.
Oh, I think in terms of announcements and what's going on, I'm done. I think I'm ready to start painting. So, Eddie, is there anything you wanna say? Because I've done nothing but talk this last 10 minutes.
You're fine. I'm a patient guy. And if anything, this is just teaching my chat patience as well. So I'll just stress mine real quick. It's Eddie, EDI, just in case you didn't see the spoon handle that I held up while Chaplain was going on his monologue. And then good morning, Lappy. And actually, I know it's nighttime for y'all over in Europe and I actually kind of stream around this time on purpose. I'm trying to gamify YouTube's algorithm a little bit to where my channel gets cross-promoted between both the European markets as well as the American markets.
That's a pretty cool idea.
It's kind of a gamification of the system a little bit, and that's why I try to typically stream around this time. Oh, you're fine. You would have only caught it if you were paying very close attention and did people do other shit in the background. So, all right. I did have to close your stream though, Chappie, so I can't visually see what you're doing because I watched my drop frames skyrocket up.
No, it's all good.
45%.
No, it's all good. I don't know if there's anything that you want me to be getting on with prior to potentially learning the layering and glazing, because Ork number 1, if you want to call it that, is practically done. So I don't think from a skin point of view we can do any layering with him. Ork number 2, I've got all of the purple down on the skin, so we could do that one potentially. And then Ork number 3 is just primer. There's nothing on him at all except primer. So we've got options.
Okay. So yeah, Ork number 2 will work perfectly fine because we want that purple undercoat. Yeah.
Alrighty then. So Ork number 2 it is. I'll get him ready. Just before we start though, I have seen a question from Rambler in the chat saying that she doesn't know how to enable gifted memberships. So before we start, for anyone who's watching, because there's a good 15 of you watching, it says, for those of you who don't know how to enable memberships, I'm going to go onto YouTube now. I'm going to go onto my stream and I will walk you through exactly how to do it. So I'm looking hopefully at the same screen that you guys are looking at. Just under the stream, towards the left-hand side, you'll have my logo, which says Chaplain next to it. And then just next to that, there'll be a button that says Join. So if you click Join, right, a window will appear. And in the top right-hand corner of that window, you'll have an X. And then next to that X, there'll be 3 dots, one on top of the other. Okay? If you click on those 3 dots, and you'll get 3 options, and the bottom option will say Gift Memberships Settings. If you click on that, another box will appear, and it will say right in the very middle, Allow Gift Memberships. Now, for most people, it will be grey and turned off. So you want to click that enable button so that it turns blue or green, because I've got mine in dark mode. So hopefully that should explain everything. So you click the join button, then the 3 dots in the right hand corner, gift membership settings, and then enable gifted memberships. When I get to the point of the stream where I'm gifting the membership, I will go through that one more time just in case, because I don't want anyone to miss out, because it is randomly selected. I don't pick who the gifted membership goes to. YouTube will randomly select someone. It could be someone who's been watching for the first time for 30 seconds, or it could be someone who's been watching every single stream. No bias whatsoever. So
I'm going to laugh if it picks me again.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Do you have them enabled?
It should now, after whoever tried to gift me one last time. But I say that because I basically have everything except for the emotes anyways as a moderator.
Right.
So
yeah, as
like
a
if
mod,
I get a membership,
should.
that's all I'm getting. I'm getting the emotes, and I'm like, that's kind of a waste.
So I think, yeah, as a mod, you've got access to the private side of Discord for obvious reasons.
Yep.
In case anyone's a naughty person. Emotes as well. So I think the only thing you don't have access to is once we start getting sponsorships, we'll be doing giveaways.
Oh no.
And then yeah, it's not like you've got 15 armies already.
18. Thank you very much.
Oh. So Inferno, good evening to you. How are we doing? How are we doing indeed? Oh God, my dog is pulling on my headphone wires. So if you see me duck down, it's not me ducking, it's actually me being yanked.
It's your wife coming home.
I know, right? Right then, guys, I think we are ready to paint. So I'm not sure if there's anything you want to direct me on here, Eddie. If you're ready, I'm not sure what your situation is.
You're going to grab your black and your darkest green.
Okay, so I have Abaddon Black, and then I have Internal Hunt, which is my darkest green. The only other green I have, which is clearly not dark, is this one, which is one we used last time.
Remember, I can't see, so you have to verbalize.
Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, I've got Eternal Hunt, and then I've got Ferocious Green. Ferocious Green is a lighter green, so...
Yeah, used that last time. We want to start with the Hunt.
Okay, so we've got Eternal Hunt.
Okay. So, you don't need to put any black in your palette. You just need to pull a little bit of black out of the pot and put a single black line down the back of your hand. And I'll be doing so on my live stream if you've got me open and you want to watch along.
Okie dokie. Right, so first things first, we are going to get a tiny little dollop, well, not a dollop even, just a little touch of black on the old brush here, so that I can rub it on the back of my hand.
Nice solid black line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently streaming the one you were watching, Kratos. Yes. Also, hi.
Hello there. Right.
Damn, your British accent. You sound like Ewan McGregor every time you do that.
Hello there. No, Bo, down. No, they haven't. No, there are no treats available yet. You know how this works. Bo, down. No, naughty. For any new viewers or anyone listening on Eddie's half, wondering why someone is shouting no, Bo, I've got a dog. And she is rather mischievous. And she is constantly begging for something beginning with the word T that I can't say aloud, otherwise she will go rather bananas, more so than she already is.
And if you wait long enough, he'll start calling her naughty, and you can do what I do and use that to get your engines going.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will probably clip that at some point and make it into something it isn't.
Because, no, that's what it was.
Oh no.
That wouldn't be out of context.
Black line is applied.
You got your black line down the back of your hand.
I do indeed.
We're going to be using that as our visual guide to learn what we should be looking for for a base paint versus a layer paint versus a wash versus a glaze.
Okay. So the guide, right?
So that's the purpose of this black line.
Right. Okay.
So get your green down into your palette.
Okay. Give it a shake. Give it the old shake, 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 Sonora. Bo, no, you can't paint as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, people can only bug me to do this for so long before I eventually have to cave and go, okay, you guys can watch me because I'm painting anyways, so may as well go through all the work of setting this shenanigans up.
Exactly. Right. Shall I water it down at all like I would do a regular paint if I was about to put a basic coat down?
So we're going to start without any water first. So we're just going to grab it straight out of the palette.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like we're making a T at the very top, you're just going to drag it across that black line.
Okay. Just a little teeny bit on the old brush, and then just okay. So there we are. That's done. I've applied that across the line.
So as it dries, you'll notice you cannot see that black line underneath it at all, right?
No, I'm looking at it on the camera as well, and yeah, both on camera and my eyes. Nope. It's fully covered.
So even for a base coat, that's too much coverage. The reason I say that is because it's very likely that as it dries, the pigments aren't going to dry level, and so you'll end up with brush and tide marks. We want, for base coats, we want about 10% of that black line coming through. So we're just going to add a little bit of moisture to our paint.
Okay, so add a drop of water to it now, yeah?
Yep. For me, I usually take my transfer brush, I pick up a drop of water, and then I knock the majority off before mixing it in.
Okay, so I've just mixed in 1 drop.
So now we're going to grab our new mixture, and we're going to go just a little bit below our previous line.
Mm-hmm. Do it now, yeah?
Put a new line to make sure that we've got a good base coat. So we should have about 10%. You should be able to just faintly see that black line coming through underneath.
I can indeed, yeah.
Okay, so that's perfect for our base coat. So that's what we want for this first color.
Okay.
So now it's just a matter of, because everything's already purple, all you have to do is take that dark green, and you're just basically filling in all of the shapes of all of the different muscles and just leaving that purple in the deepest recesses.
Right.
Does that make sense?
So essentially, we're kind of like, sort of like, well, no, we're not sculpting, but we're like sculpting the muscle at like the bottom of the muscle where, you know, it reaches the next part. There'll be a natural line, I suppose.
You're going to be basically just filling in the entire muscle with that base green.
Yeah.
And so only the recesses that are between, like, where the bicep flexes. I was just flexing, like you can see that. Where the bicep flexes.
All you lucky bastards watching his stream have probably seen him do that now. Clip it.
No, they can't see it either. Right where that flex, that line is, that's the only place you want to leave purple.
Okay.
The rest of that muscle, we're making that dark green for now.
And I'm okay to do that now, am I?
Yep.
Awesome.
And go ahead and just all of the skin, all of the model, every single muscle, the entire finger, the back of the hand.
Right.
You're basically just anywhere where there's that hard crease. That's the only place you really want to leave purple right now.
Okay, cool. Right, 2 things very quickly. Firstly, good evening, Sleet. Thank you very much for coming along and showing your support. Quite funny that you got your dates mixed up with regards to the barbecue being next week. But I'm glad that you can be here. And second, if any of you guys either miss what Eddie just said or even misunderstood what Eddie said, maybe you've got some questions with regards to what we're learning today on stream, feel free to either pop a question in my chat box and I will pass that question on to Eddie to answer, or alternatively, head over to Eddie's stream and you can ask him the question directly about what we're doing now, as well as tonight in general, because I'm about to...
So I can watch my chat.
Yeah, so...
I can't watch chat.
Right, Bo, down. No, we're not starting this tonight, babes. No. Not tonight. Right, okay. So, let's get some green down, guys. Let's get some green down, as Eddie said. And if you guys have any questions about these techniques or about this particular step, then feel free to ask in either chat and those questions will get answered.
And as I always tell everyone, I cannot teach you the right way. I cannot teach you the easy way. I can only teach you my way.
What I will say to that is Eddie has taught me pretty much everything I know with regards to painting to date, and I haven't had any issues with anything Eddie's taught me, even to the point where, you know, there are different, I suppose, people will want different flavors, if you want to call it different flavors, to the way their models look. Yeah, I've enjoyed everything so far to date. Right, Bo, down. So it comes highly recommended.
To keep it approachable. That's my number one goal. Keep it approachable.
I think there was only one thing that I didn't understand when you first explained it, and that was when we were doing the scritches. Is that what you call them? Scritches?
Yeah, the little scratches.
Yeah, that's right, on the leather. And that's the only time I didn't understand something that you were trying to explain to me. So, which, to be fair, considering I've been listening to what you've said for, near 7 months, that's pretty good going.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And actually, I'll probably end up doing scritches later, so you'll have a visualization here in a little while.
Nice. Sounds good. Just as I said about scritches, Cobalt has said, any tips on leather?
Scritches. All right, hold on. Cobalt, if you want to take this minute to pop over to my stream, I will purposefully set one of these aside and do some scritches real quick to show you what I mean by that.
And in case you're also wondering, there is a link to Eddie's stream in the chat. So you'll have to just scroll up a little bit to find said link. But there is a link in this chat if you do want to have a look at what Eddie's doing right now compared to myself. Eddie sounds like a good teacher.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Yeah, he is Greenpeace. He's a very good teacher. Like I said, I've been listening and learning from Eddie for the past 6-7 months since I started doing this. And yeah, there isn't anything that he's shown me or taught me yet that I've not liked. I'm sure there will be a point where I'm like, nah, I don't like the way that looks. But to date, no complaints.
You'll find your style. Everybody has their own style.
Yeah, funny you say that. Lappy just said the exact same thing in chat there. Right, so
I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a monologue here for Cobalt's benefit. So
pink for the pink gods.
For dominant.
Yeah.
Yes, pink. Let me find the best forward example. There we go. Okay, so let's pretend this tabard right here is a leather skirt. So normally I would start with a really dark brown. So like a rhinox hide is usually my go-to for leather. When you're building leather, what's most important is the amount of texture that it has to it. As leather ages, it has a tendency to crack, and those cracks develop first in a series of small cracks that eventually develop into larger cracks. And so depending on how old the leather is will determine how cracked it is. And so that's what I mean by scritches. So to add those cracks, we just need to add some scritches. So I'm going to take a slightly lighter blue, and I have this thinned down to a base coat consistency still, because this is my mid-tone for this, and I need a good visual representation. And all I'm going to do is, so this is the surface that I'm working. This is the raised area. This is where the cracks would naturally form. So I'm not going to follow this. I'm going to go perpendicular to it. And all I'm going to do is just add a series of light little scratches, what I call scritches. And you'll see it's kind of blending. You can't really see the visual scratches, and that's okay. This is a mid-tone, so we're kind of filling in. So that would be step one, right? Okay, so now we've got our mid-tones built. So now there's some wear, there's some age to that edge. So now we need to add the actual visual scratches. So I will grab a lighter blue. And again, I'm going to leave this at base coat consistency because I need that visualization. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for texture here. I'm not going for smoothness. I'm not trying to blend this. Get that back in frame. And the same thing, but this time I'm going to be leaving larger gaps in between the scritches that I do. And you want to occasionally change direction a little bit, give some a little bit of a slant, just so it looks a little bit more natural.
For anyone watching, remember, if you are keen, it is Eddie that you're listening to right now. There is a link in the chat box.
And so that'll leave you with all of that nice, wonderful texture to it. And that's really what you're looking for out of leather. Once you've got it to this stage, we can't see well too zoomed in. Is that better? It looks fine on my preview, so I have to trust y'all's judgment here. Whoop. I hope that's better. So anyways, hopefully you can see all that wonderful, nice little texture there. So that would be leather that's been used, but it's not too terribly old. It hasn't developed those real deep creases yet. So if you want to age it up, it's very blurry. I'm sorry. I can only make my camera go so much. Oh, okay. So if you want to age it up beyond that, find any of these large flat areas that are just completely uncolored and just add one good deep scratch there. And that'll give it just that little bit of personality. And you can do that, several times across the entire leather surface that you're doing. But that gives it that personality that you're looking for. But that's what I mean when I say scratches.
It looks
that
good.
Texture makes a huge difference for things like fabrics, leathers, any sort of natural textile material. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers your question there, Cobalt. Leather, then, if you want, you can hit it with a gloss wash. Those tend to look really good on leathers because leathers usually have a bit of shine to them, but it's not necessary. That's one of those steps that you can either take or leave. I'm sorry, Rambler. I'm still getting used to keeping everything on camera. Hold on, let me grab another one. I'll do it again. Get my mid scratches first.
I do have to say, whilst Eddie's getting that sorted out, he taught me how to do scritches once before on this orc, for anyone who's still watching. And I don't know if you can actually see it. Hold on. I'm hoping you can. But there are scritches all along the leather patch strap there. And on his tabard, if you want to call it a tabard. Right, and I have to say, in person, from my eyes anyway, from what I'm looking at, it adds a good level of like realism and depth, and makes it not look like it's just flat and dull. So yeah, definitely worth giving it a try for sure.
So you can, Rambler, you can scritch the creases. I have done that in the past. Very, very aged leather would be like that. Personally, I don't like how it looks because you lose a lot of the depth to whatever it is that you're working when you do that. And so the trade-off is just not worth it in my mind to try and communicate that level of age to the leather. But you can absolutely do that. So, all right, cool. How's yours going?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's in typical chappy fashion. I'm taking an absolute age to do anything. But it's coming along well.
Listening to me.
It was a combination of listening to you and trying to make sure that I can see where the actual muscles meet so that I can get those like purple lines, if you will, in those, keep them in the recesses. But so far so good.
So what you're doing right now is how I typically build up volume, and that's why I say I don't really use a lot of washes anymore. Because you're building your process from the bottom up now instead of working from the top down. And when you usually first start out, that's usually how you'll be instructed to start, is to work from the top down.
Okay.
Because there are those products that... Sorry, I was checking my chat. There are those products that make that process, quote unquote, easier. But like all shortcuts, it's one of those things that you're sacrificing a level of control in order to use it. So that's why I like building from the bottom up.
Okay. Well, it's another thing for me to learn. Another technique to add to the book of techniques, which is what I want. Yeah. Little things like that are what make the mini from tabletop ready to looking great when picked up and looked at closer. Just that little bit of visual interest. Yeah, absolutely, Club Me. Could not agree more. One day I shall be painting a Painting Menace Lappy. Just you wait. Rambler, we can't wait for the day that you do join the painting club. And who knows, if we ever do a giveaway on the channel in the near future, if you're lucky enough to win, then maybe you'll be joining that club a lot sooner than you planned.
And like any good drug dealer, the first one's free.
Oh, damn.
Hey, I worked at Starbucks. I know what it's like to be a drug dealer.
Starbucks. Oh, dear. Caffeine. Such a wonderful thing.
That's what I used to tell my customers all the time. I was like, I'm a drug dealer. I'm just a legal drug dealer.
Yeah.
And I'm allowed to peddle my drugs to kids.
So take that.
As a non-mini painter, building from the bottom up sounds much more logical to me. Top down sounds a tad mad. I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but when I say bottom up versus top down, that's a bit of an oversimplification. It's not that it's mad, it's that there are products and techniques that are available that are a lot easier as someone who's new to the hobby to get a decent enough result out of. That's why most people are instructed to... that's not a hot take. That's a logical answer. Sorry, Starbucks is not coffee. It's easier to get a decent enough result that you're happy with what you did, and so you're more likely to continue the hobby. Because at the end of the day, no matter who you are, if you put in a shit ton of effort and your miniature at the end of the time just looks like crap, you're not going to have a good feeling about it, and so you're going to be a lot less inclined to come back to the hobby. And so that's why the top-down approach is usually most people's first introduction, because there are those products like washes. Let me grab a wash and put it in the camera real quick. That make those processes of going from top down a lot easier. Yeah, pros and cons.
Pros and cons indeed.
Alrighty. Back to painting cloth. Woohoo!
Whoop whoop.
Well, the wife was nice enough to buy me this army. I really need to finish it so I can go play with it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
One day my wife will buy me an army.
Find yourself a sugar mama, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it here first.
I love being a stay-at-home dad.
It does sound dreamy, to be fair.
It's kind of awesome. I'm not going to lie. I'm really lucky.
Very.
Don't get me wrong. I busted my ass for a long time to get here, but... Oh, you have a percolator. I'm a French presser, but percolation is real nice. Yeah, I know my coffee. We're kindred spirits, Rambler. You're fine.
Come on then.
To be fair, that was my fave part of working for GW, getting people hooked with their first mini. We didn't have contrast or speed paints back in the day. Most people started from black undercoat and worked up from there. The way I work with glass and watercolors, I'd start from the bottom too. Oh, nice. Everyone's craft.
Yeah, honestly, when you learn to paint will determine a lot of how you approach it. And it's not just technological advancements that cause that. I would say actually the biggest factor in that is probably the advancement in communication.
French press or mocha pot for me. Nice.
Because it used to be, if you wanted to learn a new technique, you had to go buy like a White Dwarf or a Hobbyist Monthly or, some random ass magazine, and there would be maybe an article that's like, hey, I found this cool new way to do hazard stripes. I had this crazy idea to grab tape so that they looked cleaner, and then there'd be pictures and you would do your best to approximate and follow along.
Yeah.
But now everything is spread at the speed of sound, so...
Oh, yeah. And especially if it's good.
Oh, yeah, I have an in-house coffee grinder. Like, the whole bean is the only way to do coffee. I screw anyone who buys pre-ground. I wrote my house with a sword. We have a 1-bar espresso machine on our counter because we're big coffee people.
Loud as Rex when Krieg artillery starts. Nice. Nice. So many coffee fans.
That's awesome. This is 100% my racism, but you would think it would be more tea people.
Oh, well, the thing is, I'd say yes, but there's actually not as many British people on my channel than I thought.
That's true. You get a lot of
I checked,
like actual Europeans.
I checked the geography of where most of my viewers are from the other day on my channel, and it's just over 30% is the highest demographic, and it's Americans. UK only makes up 9% of my viewers. Apparently, according to
Welcome
YouTube
back,
stats.
Sir. Depending on when you left, you missed me going over scritches for leather, but otherwise we're just continuing to fill in the blue on the fabric.
Inferno's in the UK. A fellow Brit. Lovely. Not on my own then. Ramblers finish.
Finishing what?
I am now drinking tea. There we are. You called it.
Yay, racism wins again.
Stereotypes.
Hey, it's not stereotyping if it's the truth.
This is true.
Then it's just the way.
It's a fact.
Is that fabric or is that connected to that leather leg piece?
Okay, so we've got the left arm done. Nice.
I
Loads of
think that's
purpley bits.
supposed to be connected to the leg piece.
Cobalt, what? You know where I live? No, I don't.
I do.
No, Cobalt, when I say YouTube stats, it gives a generalization of where everyone is from. And it doesn't give addresses. It will just give a country of where my viewers are from. It doesn't say the name of the viewers. It will just say 30% of people that watch your YouTube channel are from America, 10% are from the UK, so on and so forth. It doesn't give names or anything like that.
Once you get big enough, you'll be able to break it down by city as well.
So, yeah, for anyone who's watching, don't worry. I don't have, YouTube hasn't given me your address or anything. It'd be a massive breach of GDPR.
At least I got it on camera the second time. That's what matters.
Swiggy, hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Brown blue.
And welcome back, Coffee, as well. Lappy, I'm a Brit too, but you already knew that. I did indeed. Sleet, yeah, I knew you were from old England. England, indeed. So yeah, we do have a few Brits. So maybe when it was saying about where viewers are from, maybe it was more the videos than the live streams.
The live streams.
Skull Sorceress, stalker alert. You've got me. You've caught me, guys. Caught me
My favorite
red-handed.
part of this is they're all accusing you when I'm the one that was like, oh, I know where you live.
I know, right? Cobalt says, I'll give you a hint. And then posts a corn on the cob emoji. The audience stats.
That says Nebraska to me.
I wouldn't know. I can't guess. Audience stats are mainly country, gender, and age range. Yeah, exactly that. Gaminator.
Nice.
Gotta wait for the codex to come out so that I can change my 1,000 point orc list. Nice. Welcome to the chat as well, Gaminator. Sorry, Ed, go on, mate.
No, it's okay. It's always awesome when your stuff takes off, like, no matter where it does, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, like, just having that one piece of yours that kind of goes viral, that's always a great feeling. So, congrats on the Chaos Lord, man.
Oh, who's that?
Kratos the Gamer, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Lore in the Discord.
Ah, Lawman.
Yeah.
Yes,
if
indeed.
I remember correctly.
Yeah, you are right. I remember him posting yesterday.
Good, I'm glad I was thinking of the right Chaos Lord.
Yeah, congrats, bro. Congrats indeed. Lappy says Angel Land. Club Me says Freedom. Lappy, yeah, Corn has to be Nebraska. Okay, so there's a few of you that think
to be. That's just the most likely.
Yes. Sleety says...
Also, if you're from Nebraska, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll have to ask you why after I read Sleety's comment out saying that he's base and bits are primed, glad to have the air filler, or I would be high as a kite right now. So yeah, what's wrong with Nebraska?
There's nothing wrong with Nebraska. It's deeply religious, so depending on your feelings on that, will land you one way or the other. It is prone to tornadoes and very bad storms, but the entire Midwest is, so I don't know what the hell you were expecting moving to the Midwest anyways. The reason I say I'm sorry is because there is not a goddamn thing to do in Nebraska unless you like to fish.
Oh, angle, not angel. There's my old dyslexia treating you lot out again in the chat.
There's a little bit of hunting, too, that you can do there. That's okay. But really, unless you like to fish, there ain't a goddamn thing to do in Nebraska.
Really? I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I have family up there.
So I'm going to have to take everyone's word for it. I am from the deepest of deep south areas of America. When you think south, you think of where I live. You'll find more churches than barbecue places down here. And everywhere you look has 40 Bibles. Jesus.
Now, the question I have to ask is, are we talking deep south where I'm still seeing Howard Sterns? Or are we talking deep south where I'm now seeing Stuckies?
That was from Swiggy, by the way, not Cobalt. That was Swiggy says he likes to fish as well.
Swiggy, we talking Howard Johnsons or are we talking Stuckies?
Can't paint Warhammer in Nebraska? ? I don't know.
Yeah, you could. I would definitely insure your collection because, again, tornadoes.
Oh, but yeah, that's
you
just...
can paint there.
All kinds of pissed if you lose that.
But it's one of those things you can get insurance for. So
I would be.
If I lived in an area like that, I would as well.
Yeah, you're never short of a project if you're getting hit by tornadoes all the time. You're just constantly starting again.
Lord, that is entirely 100% the goal with everything that I do. So I'm more than happy to help, man. Like, anytime you have any questions or anything, you let me know.
I have more popularity on Instagram, though right now I'm going to be deviating a bit from my usual content because You've got a creative block. Fair. I could never get on with Instagram. Just wasn't my cup of tea. So
I think I'm almost to 500 subscribers.
that's pretty good going.
Not when it's been going for 10 years.
Oh. Again, I wouldn't know enough about Instagram, though, to know how it functions and, you know, the
to put it in a bit of perspective for you.
Yeah.
My wife started her book Instagram like maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And she just crested 2,000, and she is not a popular book Instagrammer, so...
Oh, okay. Fair. That says it all then.
Whatever, she's got guys that are willing to throw money at her, so I don't care.
Swiggy says Stuckies.
Oh, that's the deep south.
Yeah, and then Cobalt goes on to say ice cream emoji, chocolate bar emoji, glass of milk, and then a piece of snow. Which I'm assuming we're trying to still guess where you're from. Embrace the inner Gork and Mork after tornadoes. Just a tad. People still trying to get... I'm assuming your comments there, Swiggy, are trying to guess at where Cobalt's from. The corn is more of a local thing, not a statewide as a whole.
I apologize, Kratos.
If you live in Illinois and don't live in Chicago, you hate Chicago. All the resources go up there. Most of the crime happens up there too. I am so deep in the south. My brother played fetch with an alligator. I am not joking.
That's not that deep. The Stuckies is a deeper indicator than that is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My dog's coming. Mrs. just came back in from a walk with her. Oh, yeah. There we go. There's that. Take this off as well. You're at 826 followers on Instagram. Nice. It's pretty good going.
I bet you could still find an A and W down by you.
Club Me, yes. I'm not going to say the word, but yes, she is in for a you know what. She normally gets one after a walk.
Amazed Sleety hasn't bought one yet. Right? It's usually Sleety that buys one by this point, right?
Yeah, Sleety's bought a few in the past. Lappy's got a few before now as well. Normally those guys. Where are we? I can play fetch with Rudolph and his reindeer buddies. I'm that high north. Yeah, Finland. Yeah, you have mentioned it before on stream. Or in the chat on stream anyway, at least. Absolutely. Don't forget, guys, at some point during this stream, I will be giving away a membership so that we can get closer to that 20-member goal for an increased first prize voucher. I'm not going to give away when that membership is being given away, so make sure you have memberships enabled. And make sure you like the goddamn stream as well. You know the score by now, guys.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why I told you to hold on. I have to go find Kratos' Chaos Lord now because now I feel bad that I wasn't thinking of the right one.
Oh, no. So, yeah, guys.
Okay. Yeah, no. That's awesome, Kratos. That's awesome. He had sent me a DM, and then as soon as I looked at it, that's immediately clicked the lord that we were talking about. It's an AOS Chaos Lord,
no, get off, Bo.
40K one.
Bo, no.
Right?
Bo, down. Yeah, everyone can see you.
Okay,
I know
I'm
they
not losing
can.
my mind anymore.
I know they can.
I can't. I feel sad.
Oh, Rambler, are you watching on laptop, TV, mobile? Oh, God. Right, Bo, down. Down, 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 down. Nope.
He yells at his dog. For anyone who's on my side, I've gone back to doing scritches. So if you need to work leather or fabric, that's currently what I'm doing right now. I'm adding my mid-tone scritches to all my raised areas by just doing quick little light strokes perpendicular to the raised edges to add that bit of texture. Works really well for fabrics, for leathers, any sort of natural textiles. Oh God, did everybody die? What happened?
I know, it's like very quiet, isn't it? I was super concentrating on...
Okay, is that what happened? All right. I got worried. I'm like, did everything just crash? What happened?
No, not a power cut this time like the other time. That was annoying, that was. So bloody annoying. PC.
Only because it lasted so long.
That's strange, that is. It should work on PC. I don't know why you're not able to get it to work. That sucks. No third option to enable gifted memberships. I know that they have, which is really annoying, they have different T's and C's in place for different countries. So
that's what I was just about to say.
I don't know if maybe Finland has a different terms and conditions for gifted memberships. I'm not too sure, which would be very annoying. Dark Pack Gaming, hello there. How are you doing, my friend? Old Tallahassee. Thanks for coming along and showing your support. It's much appreciated, my friend.
I just missed an entire scarf for some reason.
Doing a little bit of painting myself this evening. Some orcs. Dark Pack Gaming just subscribed. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Dark Pact. Or Tallahassee, should I say. Much appreciated for subscribing. It's very kind of you. Very kind indeed. That will push us a little bit closer to 1,200 subscribers.
You're so much better about that shit than I am. I'm just like, you're going to sub or you're going to not.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, really good. Really, really good. Had a bit of a chilled Saturday. Didn't really get up to too much. Watched a bit of footy earlier. Yeah, mostly chill day. How about yourself? You been up to much?
British idioms are so cute.
Like what?
Footy.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's adorable.
We love our footy, man.
I know.
We love it.
Feeling a bit dodgy. That's another one I love. I'm like,
I'm
oh,
feeling
it's
a
so
little
cute.
bit dodgy.
I don't know why you guys add EY onto the end of everything, but it's so adorable.
Oh my god. Holy shizzle.
What?
Inferno,
Somebody just gifted 100 subs.
Crazy mofo. Jesus Christ. Inferno, you are incredibly kind, my friend. Thank you so much. Inferno, for anyone just wondering, has just gifted 5 memberships to the channel, which is absolutely insane. So thank you so much, Inferno, for gifting 5 memberships. That is incredibly kind of you. I can see in the chat now that the memberships have just been given out to 5 different people, of course. So if you were lucky enough to receive a free gifted membership from Inferno, make sure you say thank you in the chat. Show your appreciation to Inferno. But like I say, thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you to support the channel like that, to gift 5 memberships. That will put us up to, I believe, 19 memberships now, which is one away from the 20, and I'll be gifting a membership myself later. So that will put us up to the 20 that we need. So that's amazing. And then we can move on to the next target then. So I'm just washing off my brush so that I can get stuck into chat here quickly. I
get where you're coming from, Sleep, but I will tell you to temper yourself with caution, as I know my history.
Dark Pack Gaming. If you are a brand new account or have uploaded videos or haven't fully set up a channel yet, you can't receive memberships. Ah, I didn't know that, Dark Pact. I had no idea. I'm relatively new to the whole YouTube thing as well as the Warhammer thing, so I didn't know that. So that would explain why Rambler, you're unable to turn on gifted memberships then. That would make a lot of sense. Dark Pack says, working and nursing my trapped nerve in my back. Oof. Yeah, I've had a trapped nerve in my lower back before. They thought it was sciatica, but it wasn't. So, yeah, I feel your pain there, bro. That is nasty. Very nasty indeed. So, I hope you've got it all sorted out now, to be honest with you, because that is horrible. The rule doesn't seem to apply to Americans when it comes to branded channels. Oh, I have no uploaded videos, but what's the fully set up the channel bit? So I think what you've got to do is when you go to the top right hand corner where your account is, you can set up a channel, but then you wouldn't do anything with it. So you'd set up the channel, you'd go to the option to set up the channel, but then you just wouldn't do anything with it afterwards. Sleety, legend, and then all of the emojis. Yeah, once again, Inferno, you're an absolute superstar, my friend. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. It's incredibly kind of you. And Dark Pact,
have to take the judging a bit more serious.
Yes, Dark Pact, I really do appreciate you helping out in the chat with regards to the how the gifted memberships and channels work, because I am not fully aware of that stuff. So if you've got any advice to help out these amazing people, that would be much appreciated. I think, Inferno, off the back of your 5 gifted memberships, I think Bo deserves a treat. Wouldn't you say so? I am going to put my Be Right Back screen on a second whilst I go grab her a little treat, courtesy of Inferno. So 2 seconds. Yes, we're going to get you one now. Yeah. Inferno's got one. Yeah, that's right.
Well, you see, Sleety, you're absolutely right. Handball doesn't sound good. There's no marketability in handball. And unfortunately, football already had a name in the country at the time. It was called soccer. And the reason it was called soccer was because y'all insisted on calling it soccer instead of football.
Right, in you go.
So we were misinformed from the get-go, and so we did the best with what we had with the marketability of the words.
Right, let me get
so if you don't like the fact that American football is named
back
football,
on, and then we can show Inferno that you're getting a treat. Alrighty then, guys. You can see the treat here. Come round. There we are. This is from Inferno. Hey. Thank you once again. It is very, very much appreciated.
Also, don't forget the Deep South is where the last bastion of true English still exists. Down by those Stuckies we were talking about earlier.
Right. Need to update my alert box because for some reason my alert box only counted that as 1 membership when it was clearly 5. So I need to update that properly. Where are we? Where is it?
I got blue on the leg.
Get that updated properly for everyone. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's end that. So we are one member away now. One member.
But you're giving one away, right?
I will be giving one away at some point during the stream. So
you're not one member away.
We are still one member away until that happens. So
you are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Exactly. So unless someone beats me to it, we're still one away until I officially give that membership away.
Am I in frame? Okay, I am. If I've been painting out of frame for the past 20 minutes, I apologize. I have not been thinking about that at all.
I've mainly done pre-recorded stuff on YouTube, so don't have much experience with live function. It's not that difficult, to be fair, Coffee. It's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. Rambler says she's sorry for troubleshooting stuff. No, you crack on, Rambler. With the... Oh my god, Inferno, you're crazy, bro. You're absolutely crazy. You just gifted another membership.
Stop giving him money. Come give me money. I know you can't, but do it anyways.
Mad man. Thank you so much, Inferno, for gifting yet another membership. We've got Homer Diaz, number 1, this time receiving the membership. So whether you're receiving a membership now or you received a membership a moment ago, please make sure to thank Inferno for the gifted memberships. It also gives you access to the private Discord that we run. Make sure that your Discord and YouTube channel are linked if you do want access to that. There is a link in the stream and channel description for you to join Discord. There are a whole host of other perks as well, all of which listed on the membership screen. So if you've got any questions, do let me know. But Inferno, once again, you're absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for gifting 6 memberships now this evening, which means we have hit our goal of 20. So let's have a look to see if we can change the goal again to something else. I'm going to have to change it to something else now. There we go. All right, next target is in place, guys. The next target is in place. So, okay, let's catch up on chat. Congratulations, you're no longer one away. 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Darkback says boom to the memberships goal. Thanks again, guys. Really do appreciate it. One member got stabbed by a thorn in the eye. Wow, how do you know this? Sleety says GG's. Absolutely. Got to go get a haircut. Got to be back later.
No, really, did I stroke out for part of a conversation? What was this shit about a thorn in an eye?
Yeah, no, you heard correct. Sweetie said one member got stabbed in the eye. Stabbed by a thorn in the eye. Had to trudge through cold, frozen water after being lost for 2 hours. We got back home. I got trench foot, and from that day forward, I have been working on a map of a swamp, so that never happens again. So hopefully, I can make a trail.
Trench foot is awful. That hurts
That's
so bad.
a madness, that is. Can't even be in the draw for the gifted one because I still can't figure out how to turn them on. Can anyone help Rambler with regards to making sure that her YouTube channel is set up? Not for her to actually have a YouTube channel, but to make sure it's set up so that she can receive gifted memberships for the free gifted membership that we're giving out later. If anyone is on tech support for Rambler, it would be much appreciated, guys.
Sleet, if you listen to me long enough, you'll learn that like 90% of my communication is just quoting various movies.
I purposely avoid live streaming. Tried it, drains me. It can be tiring, coffee. Yeah, it's definitely something that takes time. Sleet, I believe that she is on PC. And Starstorm, good evening to you, sir. You haven't missed anything important. I suppose the biggest thing that has happened is Inferno has incredibly kindly given away 6 memberships this evening, which is insane, meaning that the prize is now 40 full doll hairs for the painting competition. Dark Pact, Rambler, go into YouTube. Oh, right, there we are, yeah. Thank you again, Dark Pact. Much appreciated for the assistance. We've got first line support here in chat. Right, boat down. Got the option to upload a video in YouTube Studio. Don't have one to upload. Maybe I could upload one of my cat. There we are. Yeah, you guys talking amongst yourselves to try and help Rambler out. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll crack on with painting for now.
I got pulled away by the wife. Oh, I'm still muted. I got pulled away by the wife. What'd I miss?
No, just everyone trying to help Rambler out in chat so that she can hopefully be involved in the membership giveaway later. She
deserves one.
Yeah, I was reading the comments, but then I realised I was doing that thing where I'm just like, they're not comments for me; they're just conversations.
And you should be painting.
Yeah, and I should be painting. Yeah, you are correct. I got one half the skin done.
Yay! I've gotten 11 pieces of cloth done, and I'm now moving on to midtones.
No,
I'm finishing the 11th.
Screw you and your speed painting. Even though it's probably not speed paint, it's just normal paced painting.
It's really not. I just stay focused, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I am definitely easily distracted. It's one of the things that I know. If you had to say, what do you need to work on when it comes to doing YouTube? And it would definitely be juggling, chat, painting, and distractions way more. Because I am terrible for it.
Now, I have to admit, I do have the advantage of I only have about 3 people listing in and out of my chat. So mine is requiring significantly less attention than yours. So I do have that advantage.
True. And then, Inferno gave away all those crazy amounts of memberships. I'm still taken back by it. I hope
everybody called him Daddy.
And I'm still taken back by it, Inferno, to be honest with you. 6 memberships.
He deserves it.
Absolutely crazy. Like, good crazy.
So, yeah, you know what? Bullshit. I'm going to insist. If you got a gifted membership from Inferno, when you thank him, make sure you call him Daddy. He deserves it.
Daddy Inferno.
Just thank you, Daddy. Can't wait for that to filter through. Yay for delays.
Yay. Have you seen anything from the new Ork Codex? I've not seen anything. I've not seen the Codex. I've not seen, watched any videos about the Codex either. But I have seen videos pop up on my timeline of people talking about, the titled with regards to the Ork Codex. And then I think Lappy also posted some stuff in Discord earlier as well about how crazy they are now. But apart from that, I've not seen or heard anything.
And lots of people are pissed because a bunch of units got removed.
Really? Did they?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
This is the way of things.
Is this like normal Warhammer behavior, is it?
Yes and no. It's become more frequent than it was in years past, but yeah. So it's tough to say because in a lot of instances, it's things that are completely justified. I can actually grab visual examples. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
For anyone who's paying attention on my stream. So for a lot of it, it makes a lot of damn sense because you have stuff like the Crusaders. That while they're really cool models, they look really old because they are really old. They were sculpted a long time ago. And so they don't really fit the aesthetic anymore. Not to mention proportions. So there's a lot of instances where it's stuff like that happens with. And you just go, okay, that kind of makes sense. I would like a new version of it, but you're not going to make a new version of everything. So Crusaders is one of those ones that ended up by the wayside. By the way, I still use them. I think they're hilarious. They're really good at killing Space Marines for some reason. They're just like their stat line, even though it's Legends, is perfectly suited to killing Space Marines. It's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
But then you have instances like... Sorry, I realized I was turned away from my mic. But then you have instances like in the most recent Ork Codex. Dust this off real quick. Where you have things like the Shock Jump Dragsta. This is not an old model.
Thank you, Inferno.
This still looks great. This still fits in perfectly and wonderfully with the Orky aesthetic. And it's a lot of fun, and it did something unique, and like there's no real reason for it to go away. People were still buying them. People were still running them. But for whatever reason, this is just, it's gone now. It's in Legends.
That sucks.
So you can run it as like a normal war buggy if you want, but then you have to double check with your opponent because the war buggies sit a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So you have to, is that okay? Because it's like, modeling for advantage. You may not be able to shoot me over the wall because it's an inch shorter. And so you just open yourself up to that whole can of worms. So that's why a lot of people are particularly pissed with the things that got removed from Orks. Because then conversely... Nope, wrong one. Yeah. You have shit like the Mega Knobs that look old and derpy and are the wrong size, but they're still in it. Why? Why, GW? Why? So it's just, it's one of those things that they used to handle it with a lot more tact and grace, and now it seems to be a lot more either, I hate to say hapdash and happenstance, where it's just arbitrary decisions being made based off of, like, let's say tournament numbers or sales figures or whatever the arbitrary metric that they choose to make up is. Or if it's production issues, or if it's maybe they're getting ready to come out with a new Shock Jump Dragsta, and so that's why it's not there anymore, because they can't get it out in time for 11th edition Codex, but they know it's coming, but then why not just... It's just this whole... The decision making is hard to parse now, and it never really used to be on where those are coming from. Yeah, I'm suspecting the same thing. I'm also expecting Mega Knobs to get a new refresh later on in this edition, and that's why they're still around. But it's just weird. I'm sorry, I was responding to Lap in my chat, but I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at some stuff on Discord, and we have Kratos the Gamer has just become a Space Marine Sergeant, so thank you very much, Kratos. Much appreciated for becoming a member and showing your support to the channel. It's very, very kind of you. You do now get access to the private part of Discord as well. Link in the description of both the channel and the stream. You do need to make sure your Discord and your YouTube accounts are linked, though. And you also get access to a whole host of other benefits as well, all of which listed for you to take advantage of. But welcome to the gang. And thank you once again for becoming a member this evening, Kratos. Thank you very much indeed. And let's have a look to see what other questions or comments that I have missed. All buggies got lumped into one data sheet. Dark Pact, yes, I just messaged you back to see how something like that might work. Always.
All right, I'm going to let you handle all of this. I need to step aside for a minute, so I'm going to throw up my AFK screen. Everybody who's in my chat, take this opportunity, go use the restroom, grab some water, change out your rinse water if you're paying along, because I guarantee your rinse water needs to be changed.
Can see that some of you guys are still talking amongst each other, trying to help out Rambler, which is cool. Trying to recall the oldest 40k model G-Toe still sells 1997. Okay, I can see that you guys are still trying to help Rambler out as well, rather than me read out all the comments. If I have missed one of your comments by accident in amongst all of the noise, I do apologise. I'm not doing it on purpose, so feel free to repost your comment or question if I have missed it. Ah, right. Okay, I see. Right. Okay. I see what you mean now, Tallahassee. I misunderstood the way you put it the first time, if that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Okay, so Tallahassee, my chat does enable and allow you to post links. So I don't know if you want to post a link in the chat as well. And then after you have done, if you post the link first, I'll explain what we've just talked about in Discord. And then I will post a link as well. So it's like double links, if that makes sense. For anyone in chat wondering what the hell I'm on about, it will all make sense in about 5 minutes. Don't worry. There we go. Yeah, I just seen your comment there, Tallahassee. Yeah, no, it was... I got confused. So I'm going to just bring the message up on screen now, just so that I don't get this wrong, guys. So there is a gentleman in the chat under the name of Dark Pack Gaming, or Dark Pact Gaming. I'm going to post a link in the chat in just a second. Essentially, what Tallahassee has said is if we get 5 more members tonight during this live stream, he will do a free Warhammer giveaway on his channel tomorrow evening, and everyone who is in this chat this evening will get a free entry to his giveaway. Whether you're a member or not, all you need to do is head over to his channel whilst he's streaming tomorrow and say that Chappie sent you, and you will automatically be entered into the free giveaway that Tallahassee is running tomorrow, whether you're a member or not. But in order for that to happen, we need to get 5 more members from this point onwards in the live stream. So if any of that doesn't make sense, let me know. And for anyone wondering, I have just... Oh, okay. Oh my god, tonight's insane. I've just sent a link in the chat to Tallahassee's YouTube channel. I'm going to post it again just in case it gets lost. So there we are. I've posted Tallahassee's channel link twice. in the chat box. So make sure you go and check his channel out, because thanks to none other than Sleety, who has now just gifted the 5 memberships that we needed to qualify for said giveaway. If you head over to Tallahassee's YouTube channel tomorrow evening, whether you're a member or not, all you have to do now is write in chat that Chappie sent you, and you will automatically be entered into a Warhammer 40K giveaway. So massive, massive thank you firstly to Sleet for gifting the 5 memberships. You're an absolute legend, my friend. Thank you so, so much. It is very, very much appreciated. And also a massive, massive thank you to Tallahassee or Dark Pact Gaming for offering a free giveaway to everyone watching tonight's stream. So thank you to everyone, really. Make sure you head over to Tallahassee's channel or Dark Pact Gaming and pop him a subscribe. I know he's super keen to get up to, well, firstly, over 1,400 subscribers. He's a handful away, and then his next goal is 2,000 subscribers as well. So, yeah, make sure you head over and show him some support. And if you're one of the lucky people to have been gifted a membership from Sleet this evening as well, make sure you say thank you. Thank you once again, Sleet. It is much, much appreciated. Make sure
you call him Daddy.
Make sure you call him Daddy, as Eddie says. So on that note, I need to get old Bo here another treat. So I'm going to stick my Be Right Back screen on, and I'm going to go get Bo a treat courtesy of Sleety. So 2 seconds.
Oh, that's funny. Mind frame. There we go. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all are well. That's very nice of y'all to do, to support Chappie like that. It's pretty cool how far he's come in such a short time. Anyone who's watching on my screen, I'm just adding the light scritches to all my blue fabric now.
Let's get... We've got to show Sleety.
Sounds like he's coming back.
We've got to show him. We've got to show Sleety, of course.
Welcome back.
Right, hold on. Right then, here we go. This is courtesy of Sleety. Thank you, Bo. Right, guys. Oh, it has been arguably the craziest stream of the channel's history, to be honest with you guys.
I don't know. When your wife came in that one time, that was pretty crazy.
That was pretty hardcore. You are correct.
That one's gonna be a pretty hard bar to beat.
I think we're on 26 now.
So what's the next tier for updating the prize?
35.
Actually, hold on. Before I distract your ass, how's your skin coming? Because I got about an hour left.
Oh yeah, this is it's like, it's good and bad, you know.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, do we just need to shift priorities and talk about layering and everything on what you have done, or
we can do
coat real quick?
We can do. Right,
It's up to you. Do you think you can finish that base coat?
Let me finish this schnizzle. I'm not far off, actually. I've got the arms and the head. I've got just the second part of this arm to do, and I'm done.
No, okay, so that's not too bad. Yeah, finish base coat then.
Right, going back to my painting desk, as I can't help ramble anymore.
Damn it.
AI is shit. Yes, it certainly is. Right then, guys. It has been a rather crazy stream so far, to say the least. Very busy.
Kratos. How do I post a link to that here?
I cannot thank everyone enough for their support this evening. It's been absolutely insane. So
I'll send you a link to it later. I was talking to Kratos. Go ahead.
I wonder how many of you are going to get involved in the giveaway tomorrow night. Yep. Dark Pact thanking everyone for supporting him. So if you haven't done so already, guys, there is a couple of links still visible in the chat for you guys to click on and subscribe to his channel. And then just making sure that you're around tomorrow evening for the giveaway.
I think you probably no problem, MCP. That's literally what I'm here for, and that's my ultimate goal and why I'm doing lives and everything now is to bridge this gap and make painting easier. So yeah,
yes.
no, like absolutely. You ever have any questions, reach out, man. Sleety, to answer your question, it's my studio name, so it's something shorter studios with an underscore in between each word. Scritches.
Hey, scritches. Right, where is that? Bum 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 bum.
Stay on task, Chappy.
2 seconds.
The ADD is strong in this one. Man, I am just making a right and proper mess of these. I'm getting blue all over the place.
Skull Sorcerer. That should have worked. To your earlier request. I think I've just worked out how to sort it out. Dun, 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 dun,
I will be back in just 2 seconds.
No worries. I'm getting green down on these muscles. Many good distractions this evening. Didn't realise it was going to be as crazy as it has been. It's been a rather crazy evening, to say the least.
All right, sorry everybody. I'm trying to juggle getting a babysitter for my kid tonight, so I'm like doing a bunch of things at once. Did I lose everybody? Chappy, what happened? Did I go deaf?
No, you're still here. You're still here. You're still here.
I got scared. Nobody replied.
I'm trying to focus now to get the remainder of this arm done so that I don't lose you before I'm finished, you know?
I have too much moisture in my brush. Where's my rag?
Yeah, Swiggy, I've got my I got my headphones in, as you can see, and there's many pings going off on the Discord in my ear as well.
I'll send it later, Sleety. It's not that big of a deal. I don't like I keep saying, I'm not one for like begging for subscribers or anything. Like people will find me or they won't, and so like instances of Kratos where he's interested, I can send it to him later when I actually have access to my phone.
Hey, it worked for Rambler.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh, fingers crossed now that it's all working good and proper.
Quick, somebody else give 5 more subs. We can make sure it's working.
Right, let's have a look as well, because Skull Sorcerer.
So I know YouTube actually like greatly frowns on you, quote unquote, begging for subs like that. But I wonder how they feel about somebody else doing it on your live program on behalf of you. I appreciate it, Sleety. I really do. I appreciate it. Like the fact that you were willing to go through the effort. It means a lot to me. So thank you, sir. It's just one of those things I wonder about with YouTube.
What's that?
The idea of somebody else being like, yeah, gift him subs.
Oh.
Because YouTube really doesn't like it when you do it for yourself.
Does it not?
No, it doesn't. It's fine with you asking for subscribers, but for the gifteds, it actually, like, there's little detections that are inbuilt that kind of discourage that behavior. And if you think about it, like, it makes sense
I've got
because...
noises going off in my ear again. As
What?
I was... Oh, Lappy.
What is happening? I feel like I'm having a stroke today.
Lappy is just gifted 5 memberships.
Yay!
Lappy, you're
Thank you, Lappy. That's
so
hilarious.
crazy. Froggy PhD's here as well. Been lurking in the background.
Make sure when you tell Lappy thank you, you say thank you, Mommy.
Lappy, thank you so much. The support this evening is actually insane.
No,
thank you,
know what? That's
so
unfair.
much, guys.
You say thank you, Daddy.
Lappy, thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you. I'm just like, I'm running out of things to say because it's just, just thank you so much. And forever, whoever received the gifted membership just now, make sure you say thank you to Lappy and
Call her Daddy.
make sure you have a Discord and your YouTube account linked so you can join the private Discord. This is insane. What the hell is going on this evening, guys? Honestly,
I don't know.
Amount of support this evening is just... I don't understand. You guys are
Like
crazy.
Just accept it. Move on with your life.
You guys are crazy, honestly. I'm trying to read through the comments.
Lappy's trying to get Rambler gifted.
I know. I'm
playing on the chances.
Reading through the comments now as well. Like, there we are, Bo.
Yes, Kratos, to answer your question, yes, I'm the one who told him to put the purple underneath the green.
I was really hoping Rambler would get one. Sorry, go on.
That's okay. It was something we were talking about a lot yesterday on my stream. So if you want to go back to the VOD of that, you can kind of get more detail on this. But depending on what color you put underneath skin determines a lot of its final look. But more importantly, let me get you a good contrasting example.
And we'll get to your comments in a second, guys.
Here she is. More importantly, when you have those undertones, so like the purple in the case of his orcs or the pink in the case of this one, it helps the skin feel a lot more alive as opposed to when you're just using the skin tones themselves. And so when you just use the skin tones themselves, even though these have pinks in them, like this was done with Cadian Flesh Tone and I think Ungor Flesh, if I remember correctly, even though there's pinks and yellows in those, it still reads very flat and doesn't come across as very alive. It's those undercolors and those undercoats are really what help translate that. And so that's why with orc skin, it's usually my go-to, depending on what kind of orc skin I'm going for, to either start with a dark purple or a bright cyan.
2 secs. My dog's scratching under the table like she's lost something. 2 secs, guys.
Scratch, 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 scratch.
Right, out of the way. What's the matter?
So yeah, that's why I told him to do the purple underneath.
There's nothing under this.
Just so it reads a little bit more alive.
Okay, I'm going to grab her a treat quickly. As Lappy gifted the 5, so 2 seconds.
That dog is going to get fat. All right, let's make sure I'm in frame. You guys are so kind. I really do want to thank y'all for your support of Chappie. It's been a fun little community we've been building here. Did I already do this guy? No, this was one of the ones I was using as an example. That's what happened.
Come in. Yes. Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes. Right. Okay. So I've got some little treats this time because we're running out of the big ones. So there we are, Bo. That's from Lappy. That is
You're
from
gonna have to buy
Lappy.
that dog a personal trainer.
Right, okay. Comments. I just seen those comments now saying about Lappy trying to get Rambler a membership. I'm still giving one away, Rambler, so you're still in for the run-in. You still might get one.
And statistically, at this point, your odds are pretty good because I'm pretty sure almost everybody else is going to have it at this point.
Most people now have memberships, don't they? Yeah, that's a good point. Alderzone says, "What the hell is going on here?" Alderzone, I could ask the same question. Mind, it's been a mental evening to say the least.
You know, Lap, I appreciate that, but at the same time, I can't help but notice that I have yet to get a single bribe for the contest. So you'll excuse me if I'm a little skeptical.
Call sign Tallahassee. It's great to see this happen. Great community. Yeah, the community here is absolutely fantastic, to be honest with you. Everyone who tunes in every week, everyone who is on Discord is really kind, whether they've been in the hobby for 5 minutes or 30 years. Everyone is really helpful. Yeah, it's just an amazing community. Very welcoming, to say the least. Does anyone know anything about 3D modeling humans? I can 3D model vehicles, armor, and robots, but not quite humans. Maybe post in the Discord. I can't say I have any experience of 3D printing full stop. I'm not sure if anyone else in the chat can help you there, Swig. Chappie, are there any classic retro models you think look good? Yes. So, massively biased first and foremost, so we'll get it out of the way. The Chaplain models. So you probably already half expected me to say that. But outside of the Chaplain models, because I do want to try my best to collect them all at some point, I really do like the way that the old school Space Marines look, and Necrons. Really do like the old Necrons as well.
Really? They're so derpy.
That's why I like them. They're just weird and they're just odd looking. Gotta go help the folks with groceries. Be right back. Oh, no worries, Coffee. We'll see you again shortly. Alda says, love to see it. Anyways, dropping by. Busy weekend. Have a nice stream. Eddie too. Oh, thank you, Alda. That's very kind of you to come and drop by and show me and Eddie some support. Thank you very much.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye. Oh God, just realised I've been in the hobby for nearly 30 years now. LOL. I'll be there one day, Lappy. I'm sure, Eddie, you're probably about that, aren't you? 20, 30 years?
No, not quite that long.
No?
I think about it. No, because the 1980s were only 20 years ago, so it couldn't have been that long.
I saw your comment this week. You'd like to own every Elder Psycho model. That'd be pretty cool.
Now, that being said, I interacted a lot with Warhammer when I was younger without having any idea what it was. So it's kind of my time with the hobby is a little unfair.
Fair.
Any tips on making wood look like wood? Yes, actually. Let me grab an example. Where are the rats? Rats. Alrighty. Hopefully you can see that kind of okay. So wood, especially if you're building it onto a flat panel, is all about those variations of the lines. They're almost completely straight in the sense that they all follow a uniform direction, but they all have those little nooks and crooks. So you just kind of have to build those up, which will naturally leave you with the shadows. That's usually what I'll start with for like a mid-tone, and then I'll go through with a highlight tone, and just kind of pick out certain lines that look like they have good definition, and I'll retrace over those. And then it's just a matter of adding little knots. The knots are what make or break making wood look like wood. If there's no knots, it just looks like a flat panel with a bunch of lines, no matter how methodical you are in making them look quote unquote natural. It's those knots. That's what makes it look like wood. So just add those little dots and ovals. Usually you'll end up with a space like a void where it's just like you didn't get any lines. That's a good place to add a knot. So, hope that helps. Put the rat back.
I think we're on 31 members now.
Are we ready to learn layers? Are you on layers yet? How you doing, Chappie?
Well, I was going to be ready, but the reason why I've been so distracted is for good reason, actually. It's for very good reason. So, Skull Sorcerer, are you still in chat? Let me know if you're still in the chat box, Skull Sorcerer, whilst I get through some of your comments. Your painting streams are like mine, not much painting happening. Yeah, it's just you get so distracted, Dark Pact. It's difficult to say the least. I'm lucky that the original Eldar for Farseer and some of the Warlocks went made to order last year. Oh, nice. So they come back round for you to be able to actually get your hands on them, which is quite cool. I have a stupid idea that I am trying to ignore of wanting to paint a whole company of Howling Griffins. That's not stupid. That's amazing.
That's 1,000 Marines.
That's
a company. Never mind. That's only 100.
That's amazing. When I discovered Warhammer, it was through those old Flash Git Black Templar versus Furry animations, and unfortunately for peace and quiet, I was unfiltered when I was young. No worries. Skull Sorcerer is back in chat. Right, okay. The reason why I was waiting for Skull Sorcerer to get back in chat, and the reason why I've been so distracted the last 10 minutes, is Skull Sorcerer has been messaging me on Discord, and he has kindly offered the new Space Marine Combat Patrol to go alongside the voucher as a prize for the painting competition, which I find absolutely insane, and incredibly kind of Skull Sorcerer to offer such a donation for the painting competition. So make sure to thank Skull Sorcerer on Discord and in the chat. But Skull Sorcerer has kindly offered to give the winner of the painting competition the brand new Space Marine Combat Patrol, which will go alongside the gift voucher that I'm putting up. So the painting competition just got a whole lot spicier, to say the very least. No,
yeah, I suppose that's worthy of distraction.
Sleety.
So that. Sorry, I'm gonna help Sleety out real quick. So that's definitely an option, but the fact that it's a cabinet actually gives you an opportunity to make it look more natural as a wooden surface. And what I mean by that is you can take the frame of it in one direction with all of your wood grain, your doors following it, but then any drawers that are in that cabinet, if you go the opposite direction when you're painting in your wood grain, that'll really help sell the effect, having that variation. And so it's up to you. You could definitely go the painted route, which is what like here is. This is literally made out of popsicle sticks or coffee stirrers. So this is literally wood that's painted. That's definitely an option. Or you can use the fact that it's a cabinet to your advantage to help sell the wood effect better. So both options. But yeah, that's awesome. So Combat Patrol, cool. Woo.
Yes, very, very crazy. Okay. So, sorry, I was just still messaging back and forth on Discord. So, Just looking at the comments in chat now as well. Skull Sorcerer is a legend. My goodness. I managed to turn my gifted on. Lovely. Lappy says that's amazing. My friend would like that if I got it. Lappy's just popped off for a sec. Rambler also thanking Skull Sorcerer. Honestly, the amount of support being shown in this live stream today is just insane. Yeah, I don't know what to say really, to be honest with you. It's all a bit much.
Thank you. You say thank you.
I don't think I've said thank you. I don't think I've said thank you more tonight than I have my whole life, to be honest.
I feel like that says more about you than tonight.
Oh my god.
Mine is made out of resin. Popped a photo of it into Discord. I will take a look, sir. That being said, it's a matter of either the texture's there and you work it, or it's not there and you build it. But that's up to you. Take a gander at the goose. Yeah, so there's no texture there, so it's up to you whether... Yeah, I would just build the texture. So I would finish that base coat of the brown that you have, make sure it's a good clean coat, and then I would actually start with a darker brown and start with lines for those to make those the quote-unquote shadows before you start building up the lighter wood grain from there. And you'll end up covering some of those shadows with the lighter wood grain, and that's fine. Like, it's wood. It's supposed to be uneven and natural, so... I hope that helps.
All right, guys.
Yay.
Right.
I'm hearing an awful lot of clicking and not an awful lot of paintbrushing.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's all in good faith for the painting competition. I promise you. Did I hear something about a painting competition? Yes. So we're running a homebrew painting competition. I came up with a homebrew with Eddie, who I'm streaming with tonight, and
Hi, I'm Eddie.
As part of sort of like continuing to build the community, we decided to run a painting competition which is live until September 10th, and you basically have to paint up a Space Marine in the homebrew colours, all of which details wise are on the community events tab, and we'll pick a winner after they've painted a Space Marine. So, yeah, it's the first one we're running. Hopefully, we've got Lappy's the first entry. She entered it, I think, 2 days ago, which is pretty cool. But I will withhold any comments or judgment to keep it fair.
Yes, I'm sure you all have noticed that I haven't reacted to a single work in progress or entry that you all have posted. It's not that I'm not watching them, it's that I am... remaining impartial until the time of judging.
Yes. Which is the best thing to do, really. So yeah, on that note as well, if anyone does post any of their painting entries and you find that the likes of like myself, Eddie, Alda, or Felas don't comment or react to your painting competition posts, it's for literally the reason that Eddie just said. We're trying to be fair. In the way that we're judging it.
I hear my boy calling me. I shall return.
No problem. Take your time. Right, Bo, down. So, not only have you guys spoilt me and this community tonight, but you've also spoilt Bo as well, to no end. She is delighted with the amount of you-know-whats that she has had this evening. And I have a kebab. Nice. Bo, stop it. No. There's nothing there. She's scratching at my feet. She thinks there's something under the table, but there isn't. Right, Bo, no, down. Down. I thought there was like a toy or one like part of a treat had fallen under the table. Because she's still scratching at it now. Right, Bo, no. There's nothing there, babe. There's nothing there. I'm checking under the table. Look. There's nothing.
Always makes it sound more dramatic than it is.
There's nothing there. Nothing there at all. Where are your toys?
Sure?
Where are your toys? Where are your toys? Okay, should we get your toys? Right, guys, 2 seconds. They're just around the living room. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Right, where are your toys? There we are. They're all here.
Painting.
There's all your toys. There is all of your toys. Do you want me to get the ones from outside as well? Is that right? Where are your toys from outside? Right, where are your outside toys?
His dog makes me laugh. Oh, Lord.
Where's that red toy? No.
And all I'm doing is I'm just adding my final highlight scritches. Making sure I got that good texture on that clothes.
Right, okay. Come on in. Right, I got all of her toys now. There we go. Have this one. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to sort the dog out because she's going rather wild. And I'm not too sure why it is that she's going wild.
Because she knows you're streaming.
Yeah, she knows I'm streaming, definitely. Right, let's get back to the
She's trained that means attention.
It might be cold by the time I get it to you, Rambler. Fat doggo incoming. Oh, yeah, she will be with the amount of treats she's had.
That's a little unfair. I'm sure he'll finish it before next year. Maybe the end of next year.
Maybe.
I just want you to know, Chappie, I've done the cloth on all 11 Bliss Bob archers. They were gray when we started.
Right, okay. I promise, guys. I don't even know. Are we... Right. Right. I am going to try and focus on this for a minute. And then at some point, we will give a membership away. If there's anyone left in chat that can actually receive them, that is.
Okay. Tell you what, Chappie. You finish that green. You give away your membership. I'm gonna go finish my cigarette. When I come back, we'll talk about layering. How's that sound?
Yeah, I've just got the 4 tips of a finger to do. And
okay, never mind.
half a face. And half a face.
No, I have time for a cigarette with that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you never know if I get distracted again.
You will. That's why I'm like, I have time. If you're in my chat, take this opportunity to go use the restroom, grab yourself a drink of water, change your rinse water, because I guarantee you if you're painting, you need to change your rinse water.
Oh, shit. So tonight's obviously been a bit of a crazy one, guys. I do apologise for the stop-start nature of the stream. At least, what I will say is the stop-start nature of the stream has been for good reason, right? We've got like all these gifted memberships, which has meant that the first place prize for the painting competition has increased. We have had Skull Sorcerer, offer the new Space Marine box for the competition as well. The community has grown massively. So, like I say, any new members, make sure you say thank you. Tallahassee from Dark Pack Gaming has offered to do a giveaway to all subscribers and viewers from this channel tomorrow night. So yeah, all in all, it's been super positive. Lots of distractions, obviously, but for good reason, right? Hopefully you guys agree. I'm back. What I miss. You've missed various gifted memberships being given out. An update on the painting competition. The prize pool has just increased. And there's now a box of Space Marines up for grabs as well. And there's also a giveaway on Tallahassee's channel tomorrow, Dark Pact Gaming, for all Chappy viewers. That is what you've missed. Just a few things. Just a few things. I got to run, but I want to say thanks for helping Chappy get the memberships goal. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. Don't forget to say Chappy sent me on stream for the Warhammer giveaway. There we are, guys. You've got it all there in writing. I've just read it out as well. There is 2 links to Dark Pact Gaming's channel in the chat. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, to go and subscribe to his channel. And hopefully some of you are available to get involved in the giveaway. And yeah, make sure you're around. Make sure you're around. Right, Bo, no more. No. Stop it. Sorry, guys, my dog's tearing at my toes. Tearing at my toes indeed. Bo, stop. Sorry, guys. Sure you
Smoking's bad, kids. Don't smoke. I realized I was muted. Smoking's bad, kids. Don't smoke.
Right, Bo, stop it. And there we are done.
Yay! Okay, so now we're going to need our mid-tone green.
Gonna have to pop out. Got to dig out the... No worries, Coffee. Thank you for coming along and showing your support, my friend. Take care and have a good rest of your evening. And same to you, Dark Pact. Thank you for coming along and showing your support, my friend. I really do appreciate it. You've been absolutely phenomenal with the support you've shown this evening to this community. Very, very kind of you. Right.
All right, so pop a drop of that in your palette.
What are we popping in the palette, sorry?
Your mid-tone green.
Oh, right,
Whatever
okay.
your middle green is.
So I've only got 1 green left. So I only had 2 greens. So I've just used my darkest.
That's
and
fine.
then I've got one that is noticeably lighter. But then after that, I don't have any more greens if we're going to go like another one lighter.
Okay, so if it's noticeably lighter, then we're going to do a 50-50 mix of the 2 greens that you have for your layer.
What now?
Yes.
Okay,
so
so
mix
do
your
that.
dark green with your brighter green.
And then I'm going to assume we're going to finish with the lighter green last on its own.
Correct.
Oh, look at me connecting the dots.
You got it.
All right. Okay. So that is down. Shall I add some water to mix them together a little bit?
Yes. So
Yeah.
for anyone who's watching along, and if you're on my stream, you can use thinner for this step. If you don't have access to thinner, water works just fine. That's why we're using water. It's a perfectly suitable substitute. But if you do use actual thinner or medium, you'll get more consistent results doing it that way than you do with water. So it's just something to keep in mind.
So would you say use medium then?
If you have medium, yes. Do you have medium?
I have Lawman medium.
Yeah. Definitely use that. That'll give you much more consistent results.
Ooh, okay. I'll do that now.
So add a drop of that to your paint.
Just one drop?
Yep. You always want to start with less because it's easier to add more medium rather than having to add more paint.
Okay, that's added.
Mix that up, and then we're going to give it a test to see where it's at across that black line on the back of our hand.
Ah, yes, the old black line.
So I'm still at a base. I don't know about you.
Okay.
So for a layer paint, you were looking for about 50% coverage to about 70% coverage at the most.
Have you got my stream
We're
up?
looking for a little bit... no, but I can.
It looks... it's definitely less than the one that we watered down from the previous paints. But I don't know if it's 50%.
Let me pull you up real quick.
I've done 2 lines. Chappie, you've got to stop apologising so much. You've got an amazing community building here and Discord. Absolute stars. Oh, thank you, Rambler. Rambler, that's so kind of you. I don't even realise I'm apologising as much as I am, to be honest. I was about to apologise just then.
One,
right, sorry,
I like that color a lot. I like that color a lot, but we're still closer to a base coat than a layer.
Okay, so more medium?
So we need to add more medium.
Okay.
So I would pick up another drop with your brush, and then I would knock the majority of it off, like on the side of your palette, before adding it to the paint, and mix that in and see how that does.
Okay, so knock some off on the side of the palette. Okay, and then just mix like some of it in now, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
We're trying to thin it down a little bit more.
Okay. Lappy's in agreement as well. I can see your comment there, Lap. We're all on the same page, which is nice. Right, okay, let's go again.
All right, watching now. I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to catch up.
Whilst Eddie's waiting for this to catch up,
stream,
just a quick thing to note, guys, in chat. As there have been so many comments, subs, memberships, offers from the community, lots of distractions on my part. If I have missed any of your questions this evening, apologies first and foremost, even though I've been asked to stop apologising so much. But the reason I wanted to mention this is if I have missed any of your comments and questions, I know other channels see it as spamming if you repeat questions. Feel free to get your questions in the chat again or comments in the chat again if I have missed them. I'm happy to go back over them if I have missed anything this evening, because it has been a bit crazier than it usually is. Sorry, Ed. All yours.
That's okay. So you have a lot more paint on your brush this time around, because if you look, it's actually completely covering the line now, as opposed to the last one you just did where you had at least a little bit of the black showing through.
I didn't wipe it off. You are right. How do you know this stuff?
Yeah, so I'm just making the same mistakes you're making right now.
Get out of my head. Right, here we are. You can see now there's hardly any paint on the brush.
All right, so give me another line, and then I gotta wait for it to catch up.
There we are. Oh yeah, there's a difference. I can even see.
I was like, as soon as I saw it completely cover, I was like, he has too much paint on his brush. I can already tell.
Get out of my head. So I don't know if it's caught up yet, but there is definitely a noticeable difference.
Almost. It looks like you're getting ready to put down the line right now. Okay, so that's really close. That's almost what we want. That would be a good layer paint if we were doing something like armor. But because we're doing skin, we want a little bit more variation in those tones. So we want to thin it down just a little bit more. So do exactly what you just did. Grab another drop of medium, knock the majority of it off, and then mix what's left in with the paint. And we should be good. Do another test line just to make sure.
Okay, cool. Repeat question. Any ideas for a colour scheme for Dire Avengers for my Eldar? I don't know what they are, Starstorm. Obviously, I know what Eldar are, but I don't know what that unit is specifically.
Dire Avengers, I'm pretty sure, are traditionally blue, but like any Warhammer unit, you can paint them whatever color you want. It doesn't really matter.
I suppose a question for the question would be, what colours haven't you painted before? Or what types of schemes haven't you painted before? And maybe you could go for something that you've never done before. It's kind of why I done yellow orcs and went for Bad Moons, because I've never painted yellow before and I really wanted to see how I am with it. So
you really wanted to hate yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't realize how mad it was until I started doing it. So
yes, you did. We all warned you.
No, no, you didn't. You didn't warn me at all.
Yes, we did. We warned you.
There we are.
I know I did.
That is incredibly noticeable now.
Let me see. I'm waiting for it to catch up.
What are the usual styles?
And you got mine up, right?
Sorry?
You got my stream up?
No, I got it in the background.
Okay.
But it's behind my OBS. Hold on, I've got to turn my OBS down.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So that's a good skin layer paint where about 50% of that black line is showing through.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just refreshing your stream now so that it catches up.
So that's what we're looking for our midtones.
All right, it's caught up now. There's nothing on your screen, just your palette and your models. Yeah.
So I'm going to talk through this, and then eventually the visual will catch up to the words that I'm saying.
All right, so you want me to watch this, do you?
Yeah, basically what you're going to be doing is you've already got all the muscles all traced out. So you're basically just going to be retracing over them, but leaving that bottom little portion and just pulling up towards the top for every single one of those muscles, like I'm doing with this orc here. Because the light would naturally fall towards the top of that muscle. So that's why we're only pulling in that one direction up towards the top.
Okay. So always
now
up.
For any upwards facing surface, like the top of the hand here, you want to pull towards the front because that's where the light would naturally land.
Okay.
And we're basically just going to re-block out all of those muscles that you've already traced all over again, but with our new mid-tone.
And you see the amount of coverage I've got now. So would I cover the whole green area, or would I just sort of go up to the edges?
You're basically covering the whole green area. So for instance, I'll use this shoulder muscle as an example. You don't want to cover the entire thing with the new mid-tone. You want to leave just that little bit of original down towards the bottom. But at the same time, you don't have to be the cleanest with this process. If you look at your own skin, there's a lot of variation to the tone of it. And so if it ends up a little splotchy, there's a little bit of dark green showing through here, a little purple there, that's not that big of a deal. It's just going to make it look more natural at the end when you blend it all together.
Right. Okay. So I'm still watching your stream. Am I supposed to still be watching your stream? Yeah?
No, it's okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's just the visual. That's the visual to help you make sense of what I was saying.
Okay. Sorry for anyone who was writing stuff in chat then. I was just watching what Eddie was wanting me to do. Lappy also says, where you end your brushstroke will usually leave more paint, especially with thinned paints. Hence why you said about what you said with the brushstroke being the way it was, right?
Correct. That's why you're dragging towards the top.
Okay.
Because that's where it's going to deposit the most paint. That's where the light would naturally catch.
So on a sideways piece, or a piece that looks like it would be better with a sideways stroke, what would be the philosophy?
Pull towards the front.
Right. Okay.
If you can't, if it wouldn't look natural pulling towards the top, pull towards the front.
Okay, let's go, guys. And I'm covering pretty much the whole same area.
Yep, you're just building up that mid-tone. So you've got your base tone. Get my hands in there. You're going to build up your mid-tone on top of that. And then once your mid-tone's down, you're going to build up your highlights on top of that. And then we're going to go back with that mid-tone to blend it all together.
Okay. Nice. Ah, Frankie, how are we doing, my friend? Thank you for popping in this evening, or this afternoon in your case, and showing your support, my friend. How are you doing? What are you up to? Hopefully not working.
As someone who has an entire army and his first army was entirely white and yellow, yes, it's entirely self-hate.
Self-hate.
It's entirely masochism. That's what it is. Because, yeah, I went white and yellow for my first army.
You crazy man.
If I remember correctly, it's been a long time, so it's kind of fuzzy, but if I remember correctly, it's because I really liked how the undead in Warcraft 3 looked when you picked yellow as their color. But I didn't want to do a really dark, like blackish color because everybody was doing dark iron Necrons at the time. And so I was like, screw it, I'll do the opposite. I'll do the yellow cool lights that I like, but I'll do it with white, not realizing that I was just setting myself up for an absolute nightmare.
Was that Starstorm's question that you answered there?
No, that was just me more pontificating.
Oh, like literally.
You're absolutely right, Lappy. We don't kink shame.
We don't. Okay. Well, that's the top of his back and neck area, kind of done.
Oh, of course, as soon as an ad kick. Oh, well, we'd have had to catch up anyways.
Hopefully that answers your question, Starstorm, with regards to what Eddie said. White and yellow army. Doing well. Up to nothing much. About to start painting. Nice. What's on the agenda for painting tonight, Frankie? I still hate painting yellow. That's why I'm painting yellow Space Marines. Are you painting Imperial Fists Space Marines, Skull Sorcerer, or have you got some other yellow Space Marines that you're painting? Another chapter, maybe. I feel much better now that I've eaten something. Nice. Nice. I haven't had a kebab in ages, Lappy. I would have devoured one. I had a pizza tonight instead. I had a pepperoni pizza with stuffed crust.
For anyone who's in on my stream, I'm getting started in on all my red armor. And so I like to start by filling in the highlights first. It's personal preference, honestly. Some people, as I was talking about with Chappie earlier, some instances like skin, I like to build from the bottom up. But with the armor, I usually like to build from the top down. For me, it just makes it a little easier to blend, that's why.
Done with knitting tonight, Rambler. Making progress halfway through. Nice. Progress is progress, right?
Bruja.
I remember painting my Lamenter's army yellow and checkers. Oh, Jesus. Checkers does not sound like fun.
Lamenters is such a nightmare.
So everyone hates yellow, and then checkers is checkers. So yeah, that's a good mix. I bet you really enjoyed that. Finishing some boys and working on an Ork Trike. Oh, nice, Frankie. Are you planning on getting Nazdreg at all? Went up for pre-order today. I did have a look myself earlier because I am tempted and it's not sold out, so...
I gotta say, Kratos, World Eaters are a lot of fun to paint, so if you want to get more World Eaters, they're a lot of fun to paint. They're just half an army.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's really sad. I really wish they would finish World Eaters. That's why my World Eaters army isn't finished, and a bunch of those units got converted over for my Word Bearers army because
yeah, they're quite cool. I do like the whole aesthetic of
They're awesome.
Yeah, they do look cool.
They're just half an army. That's the problem. The same thing with Votan. They're half an army.
I would have, if I didn't have Red Corsairs, if I didn't want to do Red Corsairs in the future, I probably would have done World Eaters, followed by Word Bearers.
I hope they finish them one day. I really do. I'll go back to them if they ever do, but I'm not holding my breath for that anymore.
Yeah.
Which is actually why I'm really glad that I sat and waited before I just ran out and bought Emperor's Children. Because I was really ready to get Emperor's Children. But I had learned from the World Eaters, and I was like, well, I should see what the lineup looks like and how many models are going to be available, and is this just going to be the World Eaters all over again? And then the first early sculpts came out, and I was like, oh, they could have done so much more, and they just didn't.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
It's kind of a bummer.
I found that the contrast ink on
nice.
top of pink with white highlight zenithal works for yellow, or orange works for me. I'm yet to use inks, actually. Eddie, do you use inks at all?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
I use inks all the time. Yeah.
Oh, you a fan of them, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I usually use them through an airbrush. That's probably the most common use that I get out of them.
Oh, I'm not, obviously you know what I haven't used,
that,
so...
Like, there's things I haven't used. I'm sure. Somewhere.
Chappie with his pizza and Lappy with her kebab. I am jealous. Yeah, we are guilty of talking about food on this channel at rather late points of the evening, when maybe cooking or ordering food isn't on the cards.
My God, she wanted chicken.
Oh man, I was literally just about to bring that up. I think it was only you, Frankie, Hugo, and maybe one or two other people in the stream that night, because it was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, so it was pretty late, and there weren't many people here. So
she did not like that I broke her down psychologically.
No, she did not, and I think it made it worse because she was drunk. She couldn't make heads or tails of it either.
I'm like, I know this personality type. I know exactly how to deal with it. You treat them like a toddler. Because then they get mad that you're treating them like a toddler and they start acting like an adult again.
They looked so good it was worth it. Lamenters, I think you mean. I should make Salamanders and Sororitas my first two times. My first two go green. I've painted single Lamenter, but only with third-party sculpted Pauldron and Deathwatch Marine, so hardly any yellow. Hadn't planned on Nazdreg, but I'll be getting Waaagh and some bikes when those come out. Yeah, I was very tempted, still am very tempted by Nazdreg, given the direction I think my painting's going to go in. Sororitas have so many cool models now. Leagues of Votan are in a pretty good spot with their recent models.
There is one redundancy for each battlefield role. I would not call that a good spot. It's better than they were, but
I don't know anything about them to comment. So, Skull Sorcerer's homebrew chapter, nice. You'll have to post some pictures in the Discord once you're finished, or even some work in progress pictures if you don't mind. Sorry, Ed, go on, mate.
No, it's okay. First things first, Kratos. If you decide to go with the white armor, the white and blue for World Eaters, and you want the Grimdark style, this is the exact streaking grime that you want. The winter streaking grime. This looks great on white. If you opt for more of a gray, get the streaking grime for Panzer Gray. But if you go pure white, make sure you get the winter. This stuff looks great on white. The reason I say half an army, and the reason I say that they're not in a good spot. So, when every army is constructed from a gameplay standpoint, every time you create a unit, it's going to fill one of several roles. So, like, for instance, the Bliss Barb Archers that I'm painting right now, those are just basic battle line infantry. Those are your chaff. Those are your throw them at the enemy, expect them to die. That's all they're going to do. Like, they're chaff. That's what they're there for. What you're painting right now is more of an HQ slot, right? Then you have things like elites, vehicles, support, right? So you have all these different roles. A healthy army will have 2 to 3 redundancies for each one of those roles.
So instead of only having one infantry troop to pick from, you have 3 different options, and each one will have a slight advantage over the other, and each one will have a slight weakness compared to the other. That's what a healthy army looks like. So in the case of Leagues of Votann, they only have 1 redundancy for each battle roll, which means every time you go, okay, I want to add an infantry unit to my army, you have 1 of 2 choices, and that's it. And 9 times out of 10, because of the way that math works out and all the data gets homogenized, you end up not having 2 choices. You end up having 1, because 1 ends up clearly better than the other. And so why would you ever take it? And so that's what I mean by, like, they're not in a good place, but they're in a much better place than they were, because they used to have no redundancies. It was just, oh, you want an infantry? Well, it's like he Knights of Slaanesh. Here's the infantry option. That's it. If you want an basic battle line infantry, it's Bliss Barb Archers. That's your option. Because there's just nothing else available. That's what I mean by the army being in a healthy place.
Yeah, I can't comment on any of this. I don't know anything about Leagues of Votann at all, so I'll have to just...
And same thing for World Eaters. That's why I say they're half an army, because there's no redundancies. If you want an HQ, you're getting a Slaughter Bound. If you want a basic battle line, you're getting Khorne Berserkers, because that's all that's available. There's no other options.
Okay.
So, like, when it comes down to playing games, do you think there's going to be a lot of variety in the lists that you're going to see from the players that play those lists?
No.
It's all going to end up being homogenizing down to the same thing over and over and over again, because there's just, the options aren't there. Yes, no. And I don't get me wrong. So Club commented that the Votann are cooking, though, and that they're still a relatively new army. That's absolutely true. And I really hope for all these armies, World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Votann, Drukhari especially, I hope they become full armies. I genuinely do, even if I don't play them, because I understand there are fans out there, and that's what frustrates me. I want those people to have those options, because I want people to be able to tell whatever story they want. I hate that everybody gets railroaded. That's why I don't use named characters. That's why I don't use the big giant demons, because that's what everybody does, because you're just railroaded into doing that. And I'm like, I don't like that happens so frequently, and so I purposefully rally against it.
All right, okay.
Sorry, that was me going off on a tangent.
No, it was good because it allowed me to focus. I've now just finished all the green on the Orc, so I'm going to let that dry.
Yeah.
And whilst I let that dry for a few minutes, I can catch up on chat, and then you can tell me what goes on next.
I'm rapidly running out of time.
Yes. Right, where are we? Homebrew chapter from Skull Sorcerer was the last comment. Frankie with the emoji of Bo jumping on my head. Yeah, she's done that a lot tonight, Frankie. A lot. I use inks to make custom metallics and contrast paints. I really recommend Avalan Sunset plus Cassandora Yellow. Great and easy, warm, saturated yellows. I do need more yellows. I do only have 1. So, are they, Miguel, are they Army Painter colours that you mentioned there? Or are they Citadel or Warhammer now, as they call them? Sorry for my absence.
While you go through that, I'm going to answer Kratos' question real quick.
Yeah,
so the difference between these 3, the regular one is basically just... Oops, I spun it too far. There we go.
Gives me a chance to have a drink.
Brown and black. So it's really good for neutral tones, things like earth, tans, anything like that. Steel plate. I wouldn't say steel plates, like brass plates. On anything that is a flat tone, so your whites and your blacks, it's very, very harsh. With the Winter Streaking Grime, they add just a little green to the mixture. And so it ends up kind of buffering it out on those more flat tones, the whites especially. And so that's why I recommend the Winter Streaking Grime over the regular Streaking Grime for white specifically. And then the reason I recommend this one for the grays is because this one, they add a bit of red to it. And so when you take it over the actual grays itself, it ends up lending a really, really nice effect to where it's this beautiful like brown red color that really is very striking and stands out very well on those neutral muted grays. So just depending on what color you're working is what determines which of those streaking grimes that I'd use if I use them. I don't use these very frequently anymore, but yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Bum, bum, bum. Holy moly, so many new people.
Are we ready to move on to the next color? You still going through chat?
I was just waiting for you to finish your question answer thing.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just finish this now. So Skull Sorcerer says batch painting 22 troops and 4 characters. Waaagh. How long do you reckon that'll take you, Skull? I hate how all the comments load one at a time. Well, if you're sending them one at a time, unless you're sending them in a batch, then I don't know why that happens.
I've learned that's a generational difference in communication.
Is it mandatory for your chapter to have bone-coloured exhaust ports on the backpack for the painting competition?
Yes, the top caps are bone-colored. It's for visual color balance.
There we are, Swig.
So yes, to answer your question.
Hopefully that helps you, my friend. To be fair, World Eaters are an army of entirely melee units. I don't know.
Oh, that's fine. You can have an entirely melee army and still have variety. Like, because you could have fast melee versus tough melee versus strong melee versus teleporting melee versus scouting melee versus...
Yeah.
You can still do variety. It hasn't happened yet.
So Swiggy says he kind of wants to get the AOS starter set thingy to practice more non-metallic metals, and I don't even play OS outside of Spearhead. Just out of curiosity, would you need to get the... Why would you need to specifically get the AOS starter set to practice non-metallic metals?
It gets you everything you would need to start playing AOS. If you're going to get the models, may as well get what you need to play the game anyways.
Right, okay. I didn't see it from that angle. Okay.
If you're not emotionally invested in any of them, then, like, may as well use those as the practice test field anyways. Does that make sense?
Right, okay, yeah. See, my head didn't go there. That's why I wanted to ask out loud. Cobalt's back, so welcome back, Cobalt. I hope you got what you needed to get done. Sleety says, now to work out a plan for the candles. Anytime I see the word candles now, after the fixation on the Q&A stream, it makes me laugh. It honestly...
so much other crap.
I know. Skull says, my speed and long... speed and long as it takes you. Fair. Hopefully some freehand isn't banned. No, freehand is not banned at all.
That's why we left the chapter symbol undone, was so that you all had an opportunity to do whatever freehand you wanted there.
Because your brother likes Skaven. Fair. I know Eddie likes Skaven, so do I.
Hell
right.
Yeah.
Okay, chat
have
all
fun with
caught up.
clan rats.
I'll
catch up on mine while you start putting down your paint. Votan variety mainly comes through spam armies, Zerg spam, Hearthguard spam, but a balanced army will always look similar. Yeah, that's what I mean by they're in a better place. They are. Votan are in a better place than they were, but they're still not a healthy army.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Like I said a few weeks ago, I wasn't the biggest fan of it when I did Dante and haven't really touched it since. In all honesty, I'm not the biggest fan of Streaking Grime either. That being said, I have since the last time I used it, I've had somebody recommend to me wiping it off with lighter fluid instead of white spirits. And apparently that's a lot less likely to pull off the acrylic underneath. I haven't tried that myself, but it is a tip that has been given to me for Streaking Grime. So maybe worth playing with, I'm not sure. Do I know the Vicatrix units? I've been painting Ultramarines for almost 2 years now, and Rabute's model didn't scare me half as much as this banner does. I know of the unit. I have them on a sprue. I've not painted them myself. My recommendation, like any complicated surface, is figure out whatever the lowest surface is first, start there, and then build up, because as you make mistakes, it's easier to fix going up than it is going down. So I hope that helps.
Fair.
Did you put your green down?
Well, I'm just putting my paint down now. Sleet says he has 11 candles to add to his base. 11
Well,
candles.
somebody didn't go overboard.
Hey, Lappy, I thought your freehand was pretty good considering it was a first attempt. And a pigeon. You're adding a pigeon to the base as well. Nice. Remind me, are the books a part of the homebrew? Because I don't have any more. Just curious. I believe the books are just...
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was just symbology. It's just any sort of mortuary symbology is acceptable. I used the book specifically to show people that if you are uncomfortable with any portion of the freehand, that it's acceptable to just cover up those areas with bits or battle damage or whatever you need to do to get around those freehands. That's why I chose the book, because it was something big that covered the shoulder.
There we go. And good afternoon, good evening, even Chris. How are we doing, my friend? Thank you for coming along and showing your support like always. What are you up to? How have you been? Right, what's the crack with this next bit of paint then?
All right, so this is your brightest color, right?
Yes, I've got the lightest color down.
We need to thin this down to a layer consistency like we did before.
Medium again?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's move that out of the way.
And we're going down to pretty much the same consistency, about 50%.
Okay.
If it goes a little bit thinner than that, that's not a problem. A little bit thicker than that, I would keep thinning it.
Okay, let's see what we can get done then.
And then we grab my orc. Where'd I put him? Where'd I put my orc? I put him away, that's where I put him.
Huh.
This is the most different armies I've had to grab from for questions in a long time.
Dum, 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 dum.
For anyone who's watching my stream while he does that, if you're curious how I'm picking out where the highlights go, it's literally wherever the white paint landed from when I did my Zenithal highlight. I am just painting over that with the brightest red. I'm using my Zenithal as a visual guide on where these different colors should go. Once you've done it long enough, you kind of develop the eye for where these sorts of things should land. So if you end up covering it with like primer or something like that, you can still put them in the right spot. But that is the advantage of, one of the advantages of Zenithal highlighting.
Nice. Terminator Librarian or H with a banner next. Nice. Chapter from Deathwatch TTRPG. Techno Pigeon. Worked every day for 2 weeks, but it's over. Fell asleep on the couch. Now I'm going to paint. The Defiler is finished. Just need to paint the base. Nice. You'll have to show us a picture of the Defiler in the Discord, Chris, when it's done. Right, my paint is
the
at
new
the
one
ready.
or the old one?
Oh, good question.
All right, you got your 50. It's thin to 50%. Let me take a look. Let it catch up. Oh, come on, catch up.
I've got my hand in front of the camera as well, just in case.
Okay, yeah. No, that's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, so now you get to play wait and catch up. So I'm going to explain this, and then
we're going onto your stream, are we?
Video to see what I'm explaining. Yep.
All right.
Again, same process. I'm going to verbally explain it to you, and then you can watch the.
Chris says it's the new one. The old one will be ready next week.
So again, we're going to be tracing over those muscles yet again, but now we're only doing about the top 50%.
Right.
And it's the same motion. We're just dragging up towards the top.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only covering about 50% of the model. Or 50% of each muscle.
Oh, you've just gone off the camera.
Oops. I drifted. And then any upward facing ones will drag towards the front.
Yeah.
But it's just the same process over again.
And
just
in terms
50%.
of like how much of the muscle we cover? 50%, is it?
Yep.
Okay. So we're not going like all the way to the edge as such.
Correct. You're basically, right now, we're just trying to add those highlights. So we're just trying to catch the highest point, and it'll end up looking pretty dramatic. Like you'll see it as you put it down. It'll look pretty dramatic, which is why we're going to knock it back down with our mid-tone with a glaze.
All right. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Thanks, I'll try that. My mini models have banners within the Space Marine faction, but this thing is massive and very detailed and overall intimidating, but I'll get it done. Yeah, no, it's one of those things. Just figure out whatever the lowest layer is, start there, and just build up from there, because the mistakes you make, you're just going to be covering stuff that's on top of it, which you have yet to paint anyways. And so as long as you're thoughtful, you won't cause a huge problem for yourself. That's the easiest way to approach this. I'll have to give that a try next time I use it. Also as a comp that keeps being talked about. So if you head over to Chaplain's channel, which is linked in the Discord of my video, or if you're on there, you should be on there. I think you're in his Discord, aren't you? There's a channel that's dedicated to a painting competition that he's currently hosting based around his homebrew Space Marine chapter. So all the information for that and deadlines and everything, examples, all that's available in his Discord channel. So just make sure you're in his Discord, and then we can point you in the right direction. Oh, let's see. See, I never thought of the Xenostals like that. I just see people using them for speed paint and contrast paints. That is definitely what they're most commonly used for, but you can definitely use it when you're first learning volumetric lighting, how light should land as you're developing that naturally for your eye. That'll help you further on down the road when you get to things like dramatic lighting on models and miniatures, because you'll already have that pre-exposure to it. I'll be doing freehand for the first time on my competition mini. Any tips? Yes. So freehand, at the end of the day, is just building shapes. It is learning your basic shapes, putting those down, and using those to assemble whatever it is that you need to make. So for instance, to use the candelabra, we'll take the candelabra as a for instance. Instead of trying to immediately paint the candle and then the base that it sits on, I'm not in camera, candle and then the base that it sits on, and then drag that into the arm, start with basic shapes. Start with a plus, bring your arms up. Round those arms out, add your plates. We need something at the bottom, so let's round that out. Here's a triangle. It's a rounded triangle. And now we just need our candles. And that's what I mean. So that's all, every freehand, that's all it is it's just those basic shapes, learning how to create them, what color they are, and then what placement they need to be in. And so you can end up with something very, very simple, like a candelabra that took me all of, 10 seconds? All the way up to... a bear roaring in your face. Because that's all it is. It's just basic shapes. And you just, like the banner I was talking about earlier, you just start whatever the deepest down is. So in this case, it would have been the inside of his mouth and the basic outline. And then you just build up from there. So I hope that helps. It's basic shapes. Now, as far as the one Chappie's designed, good luck. Those skulls are a pain in the ass.
In my defense, being the beginner that I am, had I have known better, I may have picked differently.
In my defense, and again, and in your offense, I warned you, you bastard.
So that's the excuse that I'm going with. Swiggy. Now, yeah, it seems like quite a lot of units that does. But I've never had a combat patrol before, so Victrix banner. The new Victrix banner is huge. Yeah, I've got the new Victrix box. I haven't opened it yet, but it's absolutely massive. I can see why banners would scare you, Cobalt, for sure. Especially those ones, they're very detailed. The orc ones don't seem that bad.
They have different kinds of details to them. And it's orcs, so you can feel free to be messy. Like there's always that excuse with orcs.
Yes, very true. All right. Not long now, and we'll do a membership giveaway. Who's still in chat? Let me know. It says there's 17 of you here.
I am. I bet. Hold on, let me leave.
How many of you are still here?
Did it go down to 16?
Not still on 17. It says. Sometimes it can take about a minute to like rejig itself.
All right, give it a minute. Don't give it away until I drop out, because I shouldn't get the free membership. So
make sure you're talking in chat, guys. Otherwise, if you're not active, it will not select you potentially. So whoever is still here in chat, there's 16 of you. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, especially for you.
Little message. Well,
you guys with the grey names.
I address my chat. I'm not. I'm here instead. So let's see. Does the model matter so long as it's a Space Marine? Not particularly, but try to keep it to a more basic battle line infantry. Basically, think sergeant and below. We're trying to shy away from lieutenants and captains and like special characters and things of that nature. So just think sergeant and below, and you'll be good. Orcs do seem to like a good place to start the hobby. Yes and no. They're nice because you don't have that pressure. You can be messy, and that's okay, and that's acceptable. That's kind of a double-edged sword, though, because while you don't have that pressure, you're also not pressured to refine those skills, which means the next army that you paint, it's going to feel that much worse, if that makes sense. And on top of that, there's just a lot of different materials to orc models, and so that can make them take longer than other models do. Like a Space Marine, you can slap out in no time at all because it's metal and ceramite. An orc is wood, skin, armor, leather. Like it's a bunch of different stuff. So,
Inferno is asking what your details are for YouTube. He's on YouTube. Inferno. He doesn't have a Twitch, as far as I'm aware.
No, I don't have a Twitch, but I can repost my link. Let me get back. Did you already give away your thing?
No, not yet. I'm gonna finish the skin first.
Yeah.
Just bought the Victrix Honor Guard for the crested helmet for my Ultra Squats piss take. Oh, you'll have to post that in the Discord for sure. Definitely need to see that. I got myself a nice tea refill. Very nice, very nice. Cobalt's still here. Can members get the free membership? No, it's only for people who are not members.
Apparently, I don't even have to be in the chat, though. Apparently, I can still qualify. I just have to be subbed to you.
Out of curiosity, have any of the Shrouded Sepulchre fallen to Chaos Graveyard theme? Chaos Warband could be cool. From a lore point of view, no. I haven't thought that far ahead, but definitely, like you say, a cool idea. I wouldn't be against it for like a future something.
Legion of the Damned or a thing.
Yeah. So definitely a cool idea for sure. I have no idea. I just finally turned gifted on today. That stupid brand account thingamabob shaking fist at YouTube. They all have Chaplain just won't admit it. You caught me. Also curious what an Ultra Squats piss take is. Well, I tell you what, as Skull Saucer explains that in the... Oh, no, let me just do this bit here. Yeah, as Skull Saucer explains that in the chat, I am going to give away a membership. So, as I said, make sure you're active in the chat. Make sure you haven't got a different tab open and you have YouTube running in the background. You don't want anything like that to happen. So if you are not a member, if you have a grey name, make sure you have memberships enabled. Where are we?
I'm going to go investigate why my front door keeps opening. I will be right back.
Okay, membership gifting.
I just found out Grandma and Grandpa are going to be here any minute to pick up the kiddos, so I'm going to toss up my AFK screen. I shall return. All right, good chat.
All right, sorry, no, I was just filling in the details. Right, are we ready, chat? Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. I clicked it. There we go. There are 5 memberships gifted. 5 memberships gifted. Who are the lucky so-and-sos? Dun, dun, dun. There we go, guys. For those of you, those are absolutely free memberships for 5 people. So, Eddie, it's me at your house. Right, there we go, guys. So well done to you guys that got a free membership. It's randomly generated. I don't get to pick the members. YouTube randomly generates who it wants to pick. So whether or not you've just become a member now, or whether you've become a member this evening, or maybe you're a member from the past, but you haven't joined the members only side of our Discord server. If you do want to join that part of the server for member only giveaways, priority advice, and also have an influence on content, so in terms of what we do on live streams and the types of videos that we upload, you need to be on the members only side of Discord. For you to join that part of Discord, though, you do need to make sure that your Discord and YouTube accounts are linked together and that you have joined the free part of our Discord server. If you do need help with any of that, jump over to Discord and someone will be able to help you over there. There is a link to the Discord in both this stream description and also the channel description as well. So whether or not you've just had a membership now, this evening, or generally, enjoy your membership. Welcome to the members only part of the Discord, and I hope you enjoy your membership. Oh. Java, how are we doing, my friend? Thank you very much for coming along this evening and showing your support. How are we doing? You're more than welcome for the membership. Absolutely more than welcome. Now that I'm a member, can I act like a... Not necessarily, Chris. Yeah, but I do understand the banter behind what you're saying. is... Oh, Cobalt's comment. Is that emoji AI? Which emoji are you talking about? The ones that I made for YouTube? If the ones if the custom emojis and custom badges, if you're referring to those, then no. No, they're not. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Yeah, very well. Very well indeed. Been a bit of a mad evening, to be honest with you. From hitting membership goals, gifted memberships flying around here, there and everywhere. Changes to the painting competition for the better. Lots and lots of distractions. All in a very positive way, of course. So been a manic evening for the better, which is cool. It's been really, really good. Apart from that, we're painting up this war boss. Eddie, who's also streaming alongside me, he's just had to shoot off for a second. He's been teaching me how to layer orc skin this evening. So I'm just finishing off that now, actually, before I do a glaze. Right, down, Bo. Down, 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 down. No, no more. Yeah, and then we're going to like glaze to like get it all together nicely, you know. What are you working on? Anything yourself this evening, Java? Hey, another membership from Lappy. You're an absolute superstar, Lappy. Too kind. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Sir Zax has got it. Make sure you say thank you. Thank you very much, Lappy. It's very, very kind of you. Very much appreciated. It's been a mental evening for memberships, to be honest with you. After the stream, I'm going to have to make sure that I've got them all counted correctly for the member bar that we have at the bottom of the stream. Chappy, you've made progress and your layers are coming along very nicely. Like I said, excellent highlights. Oh, thank you, Rambler. That's very kind of you. Sup, JC, how are you? I'm very good, Wakir. Very, very good indeed. How are you? Thank you for coming along this evening and showing your support. I really do appreciate it. What are you up to this evening? Right, Bono. Lappy, you definitely are trying your absolute best here to try and get Rambler a membership. I tried as well. I planned to only give one away and I ended up giving away 5. So one will come through soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Not at the moment, just relaxing, watching streams. Nice. To be fair, Java, I do that sometimes. Sometimes I don't have any Warhammer out. I'm not even gaming. Because those are my 2 normal go-tos. I'll be doing something with regards to like YouTube or this, and I'll be streaming. Oh, Java! Oh my god! Wow, more memberships. I don't think I've seen the membership alert come up as often as I've seen it come up this evening. This is absolutely insane. Java, thank you so much for your gifted membership. That is incredibly kind of you. I really, really, really do appreciate it. CJJR25 has managed to grab the membership. Make sure you say thank you, CJ. And if any of the new members want to know how to join the members only part of the Discord, where you can also find some of the other benefits, just let me know. You can access all of them by joining the free part of the Discord. There is a link in the description should you need to join. Received an email about memberships, so I had to pop in for a bit. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Why not come in and show your support, Sir Zax? It's very, very kind of you. So many new faces, so many new members, loads of likes on the stream as well by the looks of it. I think this is the most likes we've ever had on a stream, which is insane. So, yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thanks to everyone who has supported the channel this evening. And generally, it's been insane What a stream indeed, Cobalt. Yes, I couldn't have put it better myself.
I have returned. Are we still going?
Rambley, absolutely right. Whether you've got a membership or not, it doesn't change anyone's contribution to this community and how they're considered in the community. Your input and your help in this community, Rambler, is second to none, whether you have a membership or not. So whether you're a member and watching, whether you're just a subscriber, whether you watch, whether you like, whether you comment, whether you interact with the channel in any way, shape or form, all of the support is massively, massively appreciated.
My affection is for sale.
But Eddie can put a number on anything. He said
anyone can be bought. Anyone who says otherwise is either a liar or has already been paid for.
I'm chuffed to just get to watch Chappie paint and chat with y'all. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about chilling with each other. All about chilling with each other.
Speaking of which, are we ready to move on to glazes? Because I got to get ready to take my wife out to dinner.
Nearly ready. Nearly ready. In the end, your membership is the friends you made along the way. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just doing the last bit now.
Okay, cool.
Just under his arm.
Finishing up those highlights.
Yeah, just under his arm, and then we're good. Was that the last bit, or did I need to do a bit on his hand? Well, there's a bit there that I missed. And then just a teeny bit on his fingers here.
That's looking good on this end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's got great volume to it.
You liking it?
Yeah. Now we just need to buff it all together.
Nice. Oh, I missed a bit just there. I knew I missed a bit. I always fecking miss a bit.
That's okay. While I was working through these bliss barbs yesterday, I found out like halfway through that I just missed an entire hit for one of them.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I'm terrible for it.
It happens.
Yeah.
Details end up blending into each other and just... You don't see it until you're working a different color and you're like, son of a bitch, that was supposed to be red.
Normally, I do it after I've like washed my brush, got another color out, started the other color, and then I'm like, ah, crap. No, we're good. Yeah, he's good.
All right, cool. So, do you still have your mid-green in your palette?
I do indeed, yes.
So now we're going to thin that down even more because we want to glaze rather than a layer now.
And are we doing that with medium or...
Correct.
Okie dokie, all right. And like how much medium? Are we just like doing it as we go type thing or?
Correct. We're going to go through the same process where you grab a drop, knock the majority of it off, mix it in, see how that comes out with your little black line on your hand. What you're looking for, so that you have a visual example on my end.
It's this Rambler. She's got like a little pig squeaky toy. Might do a series of stories.
We're looking for about 30% cover, 30 to 20% coverage. So we want about 70 to 80% of that black line showing through.
Oh, so we're looking at quite a bit then.
Yes. It's going to look almost like dirty paint water by the time you're done.
Okay.
If you pull up my stream, I put an example down with my black line.
Oh, sorry, I was
hand.
bloody mixing the medium. Hold on, let me just
No,
mix
it's okay.
this. Mix all this in.
That should time out perfect.
I'm not ignoring chat. I'm just doing this next step because Eddie's got shinizzle that he needs to do. And I really want to get this whilst he's still available. Okay.
To answer your question, Kratos, there is no determined chapter symbol. I use the book just to show people that they can cover any freehand that they don't want. We're leaving it up to the community to design chapter symbols if they want. And whatever one Chappie likes the most will probably get adopted as the chapter's chapter symbol.
Absolutely right. Spot on. Right, I've got your stream up now. Just clicked refresh.
Yep. So this is the blue glaze that I made. As you can see, there's about 80% of that black line showing through.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay. All right, let's give this a bash then. Oh, there's a massive hair in my... Nope, we don't want that.
So the reason that we're using medium as opposed to water, which we were using earlier, medium gives you more consistent results. And what I mean by that is you're not introducing any more moisture. So your paint is going to behave exactly the same no matter how much you thin it down. It's just the pigments are going to be more spread out across that medium. The paint's not going to run more. When you add water, because you're introducing moisture, the paint's going to want to run more. So that's just one more thing you have to keep in mind when you're doing your glazes. By using medium instead of water, we don't have to think about that. We can just treat it as a glaze paint.
All right, let me wash that off.
But if you don't have medium and you're doing the same process, you can do it with water. That's just something you have to keep in mind. So for instance, because I did mine with water, when I pick up the paint, I make sure to knock the majority off because that's mostly moisture, that's mostly water that gets dropped before I use the actual paint itself.
We are good.
All right, I'm waiting for it to catch up so I can see your consistency.
It's this one here.
And then...
So whilst you wait for that, I'm going to catch up on chat. Oh. Right, where are we?
Any squad markings or free handings that you don't want to do, feel free to cover with bits, damage, however
Inferno,
you feel is best to obfuscate them.
It's called. It's Owen Richards. It is. Hold on.
Owen Richards, Something Shorter Studios. You'd be able to find me through either one of those.
Hold on. I forgot to post the bloody stream. Inferno. That's the stream. That's Eddie's stream, which you will obviously be able to get to the channel through there. Zendi, way nice to see you painting, Chappie. Hope you are well, mate. Yes, very well. Thank you for coming along and showing your support, my friend. It is much appreciated. My co-host, who is streaming on his channel right now, is teaching me how to layer and glaze orc skin. And we're at the glazing part, having put down 3 layers this evening, which is quite nice.
That being said, my stream's not going much longer, so as soon as I show Chappie this, mine's going to be pretty much wrapped up. So if you don't want to come over, I understand. There's not going to be a whole lot more going over on mine.
Cobalt, yes, of course
so
you can mention it in passing. The homebrew chapter.
All right, so now with our glaze, we're going to be taking the easy way rather than trying to take all the time to create that perfect blend because we're just working skin. We're just going to take a generalist approach.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be basically what you've been doing up until this point, but the opposite. And so what I mean by that is you're still going to be tracing out each individual muscle, but this time you don't worry about if you spill over into the crevices or not. You can be as sloppy with it as you want to be. And you're starting at the top and pulling towards the bottom. If it's an upwards facing surface, you're starting at the front and pulling towards the back. So it's basically just the opposite motion that you've been doing for every layer that you've been building up this so far.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And I pulled it up you can see it on my stream when it catches up if you want, just as like a visual example.
Okay, let me refresh your stream again. Dun, 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 dun. It's refreshing now. Come on. You can tell when I'm streaming because my freaking everything slows to a crawl.
Yeah, it's the problem I have too.
Oh, now I clicked refresh. It's gone back to the start. Now I've clicked live. There we are.
That's okay. Christ. Don't worry about it.
I can see it now.
I was like...
All right, cool.
So yeah, you're just doing it. Yep, you got it.
All right.
And you should only need one coat of each one of these.
Mm.
You're going to have a little bit of variation in each coat, but that's okay. Like we were talking about earlier, skin is not one unique uniform color. You're not trying to build up volume for armor here. You're trying to build a more natural skin look. And so a little bit of purple poking through here, dark green over there, that's not a big deal. Like this layer is to just buff out the harsh differences between the three colors.
Okay, cool. All right. Before
I'll see you get started, and then I will probably wrap up for the evening.
All right, make sure before Eddie shoots off this evening, guys, there is a link in the chat. If you haven't already been over to his stream, to drop him a like, but also subscribe to his channel. Now is the best time to do it because, as he just said, he'll be shooting off in a moment. I have been reading through your comments as Eddie has been speaking to me, so I have read each and every one of them to answer some of your questions. Zendi, thank you very much. I see that you say great techniques to learn. Glazing can make your models look next level. So that's the plan. That's the plan. I've got a lot of the basics learnt of painting now, so I'm just looking to sort of take things up to the next level a little bit, slowly but surely get there. So wish me luck, guys, because I am going to be doing some glazing now after Eddie has told me to slap this on.
You got it.
Bring it all together.
So this step that you're doing right now is what I normally use my airbrush for, just purely because it goes so much faster.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter if I get some on the pink, actually. It's going to be painted yellow in it.
I realized I never said bye to everybody in my chat. I just threw up the stream ending screen, and now I feel bad. Thank you for everybody who stopped by.
It's just the screen and your voice.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. I gotta go. I gotta take care of this shit. So thank you. I appreciate.
Screw you guys.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. That is what I'm here for. Okay, back to the actual ending title card now.
Alrighty then. The right arm has been glazed, basically, practically.
Yep, that's exactly what you're looking for. And you see how those differences, they've been kind of buffed out. They're not so harsh of a transition now.
No.
So now it looks a lot more natural.
Yeah, rather than it being like blocks on top of each other.
Yep.
Nice.
And if any of them, once you've gone over one coat, if you're looking at any part and you're like, man, that bicep still looks really blocky.
Right.
Just hit it with another coat of the glaze and you'll be good to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's simple. Nice.
Yep. Okay. Have fun with it.
Thank you very much. Much
problem.
appreciated.
I hope everybody has a great night. Everybody in Chaplain stream. I hope you all have a great night.
There we are, guys.
All right, I'm off.
See you later, bro. Have a good evening.
Laters.
Take it easy. Right then, guys. You're stuck with me now. Good old Chaplain. And on that note, actually, now that Eddie's gone, we can turn the Discord chat off, unpin it from the mixer. We can turn that down a little bit, put Spotify on. Let's get Spotify on. Right, so I've just put Spotify on, guys. Let me know if the music's too loud, because last time it was too loud, and it was because I'd recorded a video midweek and I'd messed around with the audio mixer and forgot to change it. So Stuck with you seems so harsh. Yeah, I do myself a disservice there, aren't I, Sleep? Absolutely. Frankie the Fish, Cartman voice. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Absolutely, yeah, that's what I was going for. Java says you may as well paint the rest of the arm green. Yeah, may as well. What, in terms of like the purpley bits that I had in the like cracks and crevices? I should pick a marine out for the competition and take a break from these orcs. Yeah, you could do. It would be a nice little change of speed, right? And then once you get bored of painting Space Marines again, you can change back over to the orcs. Then you can mix it up nicely. Music is a bit loud at the moment. Ah, right, okay. Oh, my arm! Jesus Christ! There we are, guys. Is that music better? I completely misread your comment, Java, as well. An absolute tit. Oh, dear. Sorry, I just had a load of bikes go past the house then. Music is great. Nice, nice, nice. Swiggy, yeah, I don't mind. If you've got some ideas. As we unlock more memberships as well, we'll get access to more custom emojis for the channel. So I'm gonna need to fill some slots, you know, so to speak. Definitely gonna need some slots to fill. Whoop. Oof, all that smoke from the bikes has just come through my window. I can smell it, it's horrible. Right, I'll get to chat again in just a second. Nearly finished with this glaze now, so gonna need to let it dry before we do the next bit. Right, what have I missed? What have I missed? They sounded like scooters. Yeah, they could have been. Could well have been scooters, actually. They were quite loud. I thought there were planes in the music. Yeah, it was quite loud. Did you check the avatar model I sent you, Chappie? You were asking about it last week. Yes, and it was super, 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 super cool. Eddie also shared a model that he has that he painted of it as well. So it's very tempting. It looks like a really cool model, to be honest with you. It's raining here tonight. Going to be sleeping like a baby. Yes. I do like sleeping to the rain. It's a nice, like white noise, isn't it? Breathe it in, brother. Oh, dear. There we go. There we go indeed. The Avatar of Khan is a great centerpiece, and its stats are impressive too. It is in it. I will be here first if you decide to go for it. I tell you what, MC11, because it is Eldar, isn't it, right? So if I do get an Eldar model, that will be the first one I get, unless I get Exodites at some point. That's the only if with it. Is it pounds sterling? Yes, it is. Speaking of planes, I want flyer models so bad because I love aeroplanes despite them being horrible. I just love aeroplanes. Breathing in the exhaust. Did Admech just enter the chat? Could have fooled me, Rambler, could have fooled me. Oh, fun fact, I'm currently kind of... Oh, nice, flight school. That's pretty cool, actually. Right, it does look like the skin has come together very nicely. Laser dragons and bloody handed gods, good choice. They just, it sounds cool and looks cool, doesn't it, Frankie? Yes, I'm planning on buying some Dragon Eldar too, but waiting on them to get a separate box. That's literally what I'm doing. I was this close to getting the kill team, and although I'm painting up orcs at the moment, I think long term, I don't think I'm going to paint and collect orcs. I'm only doing it because it came with the Armageddon box. And that's the only reason I didn't get it. So as soon as they come out in a separate box, I'm all over it for sure. MC11. That orc skin is looking great, Chappy. Oh, thank you, Lappy. It's very kind of you. Yeah, that's the... That's where we're at with it. So how many more memberships to your goal? I believe it's 4. 4 more memberships to get to 35. Yes. Well, yeah, 35. Hood, respirator, the whole works. Nice. I don't know why, but I have those thoughts that are like, if you don't do it, do 10 push-ups, you die. That's mad. My next big Elder model project is converting a Wraith Seer, which is a Wraith Lord Elder Dreadnought equivalent that is also a Psyker. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You definitely have to share that in the Discord Starstorm. Can anyone else relate, or am I just mad? It's just a little mad, Swiggy. Just a little bit. But mad is more than welcome around here anytime. You can call me MC. What about the Marines? You planning on painting Gilliman? He is the centerpiece. Yes, I am definitely planning on painting Gilliman. I think I'm going to do Gilliman once I'm in a confident place with painting Space Marines. So I've only just started painting Space Marines properly. So once I've painted a good handful of them, I will look to paint him, or potentially Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar, because I've already got Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. Sorry, I was just responding to a DM. Swiggy is a special kind of mad, like us all. Exactly, Rambler. I couldn't have put it better myself. Fair, I bought him first, literally, but painted him like 1 year later, maybe. So I feel ya. Yeah, MC11. So my second box of Warhammer after the introductory box set. Well, it was actually 3 boxes. I bought them all at the same time. I bought the Captain Titus and Wardens of Ultramar box set, Necrosaur Mentor, and the 500 Worlds box set as well. And I've just been so put off painting him because Space Marine 2 is my kind of like segue into the hobby, and I want to do such a good job with him. Cobalt, you absolute legend. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. It looks like we have Greg Golding 7627 received the gifted membership from Cobalt. So Greg, please make sure you say thank you to Cobalt in the chat, and if you want to understand any of the details around the membership, including the membership only part of the Discord, do let me know in chat or in the free side of Discord, where you can join through the description link in this stream. But once again, Cobalt, thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for your support. Tonight's support in general has been absolutely insane, to say the least. I cannot thank you guys enough, to be honest with you. It's rather crazy to see the level of support you guys have offered this evening, not just to myself but the wider community, to be honest with you. It's just crazy. So same as me then, MC. That's pretty cool. Both got into the hobby through Space Marine, which is I imagine quite a lot of people probably had the same sort of journey. If you ever have any Space Marine, Ultramarine questions, hit me up. I am a son of Gilliman through and through. I'd like to say that I am as well at this point, but knowledge-wise, definitely very limited. So I'll definitely hit you up with questions. Oh my god. What is going on tonight, guys? MC, you're an absolute lunatic. 5 gifted memberships. Holy moly. You guys are incredibly crazy. Wow, thank you so much, MC. Honestly, thank you so much. I'm literally blown away by the support this evening. It is just insane. Absolutely insane. Again, I think I've said this like 10 times tonight. If you are one of the lucky ones to have received a gifted membership from MC11, not only do you need to make sure you say thank you in the chat, but if you want to know how to access some of the perks, hit me up in the free Discord via the link in the description, or pop a question in the chat box. So thank you so much, MC. Honestly, incredibly kind of you. I cannot thank you enough. There have been so many gifted memberships tonight that the member gold bar at the bottom can't keep up with how many members have been added. I literally don't know how many we're on because it's not updating, and everyone keeps gifting memberships, which is just mental. I'm running out of things to say at this point. Just quickly checking to see if the numbers are updated on Streamlabs. Hold on. Just quickly checking to see if it has. No, even Streamlabs hasn't updated yet, which is insane. Honestly, you guys have you've been incredible. Thank you so much. MC11, what's one more? You will hit sooner or later, Rambler. We spend a lot more on plastic. That's very true. The number, I think in the 7 months that I've been in the hobby, I've spent somewhere between 12 and 1400 quid, I want to say. That's your goal hit. Well done. Very kind of you, MC. Yes, Zen, it is hit. It is hit. I know that it's definitely hit. 100%. 31 plus 5. So we're at that next mark for sure. But I've got a funny feeling it might be closer to 40, you know, because the bar's not updating for some reason. So I'm going to have to go into YouTube Studio tomorrow once it updates, because it's 24 hours behind, and see what the actual number is. How many people am I going to piss off if I don't post the ultra squats? We're all keen to see it now. We're all keen to see it. This community is a gem. Emperor, protect it at all costs. Absolutely. Get them posted, Skull Sorcerer. That's it, Zen. Got to do a bit of detail. Has only got the base armor done at the moment. Oh, no rush, Skull. No rush, Skull Sorcerer. You take your time. We'll be waiting when you're ready. Games Workshop has got their claws in you. They certainly have. Deep. I've got books, video games, models, the lot. All of it. They don't call it plastic crack for nothing. They certainly don't. Plastic crack, the best crack. Changed my mind. What's the next goal? The next goal will be 50. 50 members. We're at 50. The next goal will be 50 members, and I want to say that we're somewhere around the 40 mark. Maybe a couple less, maybe a couple more. Somewhere between, I want to say 38 and 42. But I am just guessing at this point because there have been so many people gifting memberships tonight that the members bar for some reason hasn't updated properly. So I'll have to go into YouTube Studio tomorrow and check what the number is, you know? It's a very true comment there, Zendi. Managed to break it. Yeah, we've literally broken it. We've broken OBS, Streamlabs and YouTube in a matter of hours, it seems. Sleet, I think you're absolutely spot on with regards to the super chat goal. We may not have hit the super chat goal, but we have gone above and beyond what I expected on the membership side of things. So yes, I can safely say that more Space King is on the way for sure. Inferno. Oh, good night, mate. Thank you very much once again for your support this evening. It's really much appreciated. I hope you enjoy the rest of your the rest of your evening, and that you get a good night's sleep, my friend. This has been such a crazy stream, and you still managed to get a fair bit of painting done. Yes, I did. Lots of painting done, lots of positives for the channel and for the wider community and the painting competition. It's been positives all round. Good night, Java. Thank you very much for coming along, my friend. Much appreciated for showing your support. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and get a good night's sleep. Chappie, I'm gonna hang on and wait for the longer Voldemort reaction one day. Yes, so once I get the Space King stuff out of the way, which will probably be after next weekend, which is when the 5th episode drops, I need to plan around what we're going to be doing moving forward for reaction videos. Yeah, Starstorm, it's one thing I've come to realise is that the Space King stuff is kind of like 50-50 in the Warhammer community. But good news, as I said, once the 5th episode is out the way next weekend, so basically another week, we're going to be moving on to something else. We're going to be doing more Warhammer lore videos after Saturday next week. So you've only got to wait one more week and then you're good to go on the Warhammer lore front. Absolutely. So I'm convinced it will be the same you, just don't stop searching, never stop. Absolutely. Alright guys, as we're approaching the 12 o'clock mark, and I've been streaming for nearly 4 hours now, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to do tomorrow, including recording the next Space King video. So I'll be recording that tomorrow, and I've got a whole bunch of family stuff to do as well. I'm up nice and early. It's nearly 12 o'clock here in the UK. So I just want to take the time now to thank everyone for tuning in this evening, spending time with me, spending time with the community, helping the community in the chat, helping the community in the Discord as well. Thank you to everyone who has either become a member or gifted a membership. It is incredibly kind of you to support me, the channel, and the wider community by becoming a member and gifting memberships as well. So thank you so much for that. It's been an insane stream, arguably the craziest, busiest, best stream that we've ever had since the channel started, and I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. So thank you once again. I really do appreciate it. We'll be streaming again next week, of course, so hopefully some of you can tune in and show your support. Good luck with the painting competition. I'll see most of you in the Discord, but for now, good night, take care, and stay safe.